now, boxing. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We free at last. Hey, that's the anthem. That's the anthem for Gervonta Davis. And that's a good anthem to have because he stands to make a whole lot of nachos. Yeah, a whole lot of nachos. And he deserved it because it was a lot of pressure put on Gervonta Davis. You know, anytime Mayweather is pushing you, I remember they did the they asked Mayweather a question, and they said, is he the next best thing? Is he the? And he paused and said a cuss word. He said, "You mother, right? He is. He's the real deal." And man, he put his name on it. He stamped it, and he lived up to the expectations. And it's not easy to live up to the expectations when somebody like Floyd Mayweather is saying that you the next man up. I'm talking about he said he wanted him to pass him up in pay-per-view buys, and every time you saw Gervonta Davis, you saw Floyd Mayweather. So, you know, he lived up to the expectations, big time. So, you know, he hasn't fought the competition, you know, that I would like to see him fight. And I think that even though he hasn't fought the competition that I would like to see fight him in, you know, he's still, what's up, Big Eight? He still, you know, lived up to the expectations because that's a lot of pressure, a whole lot of pressure. You know, when you a little kid, you know what I mean? And, you know, you go into the amateurs, you know, it's a lot of pressure on you, you know? But it's a lot easier when you're amateur because you have no conscience. But when you turn pro, you have a conscience that you can get hurt. You know about life and death. You know that, you know, people have got hurt. You saw it. As a kid, you don't look at it like that. You know, you don't think of it like that. But you can get seriously hurt in the sport of boxing. You can get hurt riding your bike. You can get hurt walking on the street. You definitely can get hurt if you step in that ring. And you know, like I said, he lived up to the expectations. Um, Mayweather helped build his brand, though. He couldn't do it. He couldn't have did it without Mayweather's help. Let me rewind that. He couldn't have did it without Mayweather's help. You know, Mayweather did a great job. You know, and I'm not a Mayweather fan, but he did a great job in promoting Gervonta Davis to the level that he is at right now. And I think it was fair exchange. I don't believe Mayweather gave him a whole lot of money when he signed with Mayweather. Mayweather probably didn't give him nothing. He probably just told him, "Look, man, listen, I got you. I'm gonna make you big. You gonna be a superstar." You know how many people be knocking down the door to be a Mayweather's under Mayweather's promotions? It's a lot of people. Yeah. What up, Keith? Yeah, it's a lot of people. So Mayweather signed a lot of people for free. For free. You know, people are, you know, hey, for free. So Gervonta Davis could have signed with Mayweather for free. So I mean, if he signed with Mayweather for free and fought for him, you know, for 3 years in a contract with Showtime, you know, can you imagine? Y'all gotta keep that door open, please. Keep it open so it won't make that squeaky noise. I'm on live. You hear me? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So Mayweather man, he killed the game with Tank Davis. He took Tank Davis to, first of all, Adrian Bronner. You know, he took Gervonta Davis to Mayweather. Mayweather took Gervonta Davis to Al Heyman, and Al Heyman took Gervonta Davis to Showtime. And Showtime put Gervonta Davis in the ring, and Gervonta Davis knocked somebody out. And then Gervonta Davis knocked somebody else out. And that's why I be screaming, stop it! Because cats be getting knocked out. Tank needs to get away from Floyd. I agree with you. Because guess what? He don't need Floyd anymore. You know? To get to where he at now, I believe he needed Floyd. But now he's there. And probably not getting, and for sure not getting the money he's worth now. And I can't see Mayweather give him the money he's worth now. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I think you made a mistake. That's right. Yeah, but yeah, Mayweather definitely made Tank what Tank is today. Because there's a lot of guys out here, trust me, that can fight. I'm talking about in Africa and Detroit and New York and Chicago. But to make a person a superstar, you got to have a name. You know, you got to have the looks. You got to have, the swag. You got to have the bark. You got to have the bite. I don't know if Tank is gonna make more money than Mayweather, because I don't know if he know how to sell with saying the right things. Mayweather knew how to fight. Tank knew how to fight. Tank is more entertaining than Mayweather because he's knocking cats out. Pretty boy Floyd was knocking cats out, but Money Mayweather wasn't. Gervonta Davis is knocking guys out. I don't think he's gonna change his name to Money Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? If he become Money Tank Davis, then he just gonna be picking fights, and not knocking anybody out. Because that's what Mayweather was doing. Money Mayweather was doing that. So, we gotta see what happens next for Gervonta Davis. Like I said, I know he gonna kill a game. Yes, exactly. Rolly did sell that fight for sure. And that's the thing, if Tank sold that fight, I mean, don't get me wrong, the fight was still big, but imagine if Tank would have had something to say, like, man, I'm gonna smack, you know what I mean? I'm gonna knock your head off, just a little barking. He didn't really do too much barking. He said he just, basically, I just let my man do all the talking. I wasn't, he didn't ruffle my feathers. And he basically said, I let him sell a fight. And, you cannot just let him sell the fight. Because, you want to be the pay-per-view superstar. You want to kill a game. If you want to sell, record-breaking numbers, if you want to surpass your boss or your ex-boss, you're going to have to step your game up. And what I mean by stepping his game up, he's going to have to, he's going to have to bark a little bit. If he don't bark, he gonna still be good because he can bite with these. So he can bark, so he ain't necessarily got to bite because he can bark. But if you want to get, because I think he definitely has the looks, the power, the style, the fan base, the opponents. Talking about, you got in his weight class, you got Ryan Garcia, you got Devin Haney, you got Kambosos, you got Teofimo Lopez, and you got Lomachenko. I mean, you got Shakur Stevenson. So listen, he can definitely make that money, but you got to be able to bark. You got to be able to talk that talk. If you can't do that, he ain't gonna be able to make that wop wop. He ain't gonna be able to make that wop wop. Now, that's why when it came to talking, Mayweather was doing all the talking. Every time they was together, Tank could have a few words, and Mayweather would say, "Oh, hold on. Let me tell the people what's really going on." Tank is that deal. Tank is that deal. Hey, we gonna make it rain. You know what I mean? And that helped him a lot. But at the same time, I don't think Tank really liked that. Tank didn't like the fact that he wasn't really allowed to be his own man. You know, um, that right there. I think he's trying to get away from that. He didn't, hey, plus, he can make probably more money, you know, by himself, with his team, with his trainer and them, whoever his team is, that's gonna be helping him make the right decisions, you know. And then, hey, if he can go to Al Heyman, as long as he got somebody talking for him that's really helping him with the business, he can kill a game. He can sign now. Mayweather signed a contract with Showtime at the time for $200 million. Let me rewind that. He signed a deal with Showtime for $200 million. Now, Tank can go to Showtime and sign for $200 million too right now. But the money is there even more than back then. That was in 2013, 2014, I think. We talking about 10 years later. 10 years later, you gotta quit doing that. No, man. No. 10 years later, the money is definitely there. It's there even more than it was back then. But like I say, Tank ain't a talker, and don't get me wrong. I like for guys to talk with these anyway, you feel me? Yeah. D, what up, boy? Yeah, I like for cats to be, do they talking with these. And he do his talking with these. But you gotta know how to, you gotta be able to let something out. You gotta let them know, man. Hey, listen, these boys don't want to do nothing with me. You feel me? I'm the man in the game. I'm taking over the sport of boxing. You hear me? Can't nobody beat me. I'm going all the way up to heavyweight. Yeah. He was he told me I'm going all the way up to heavyweight. And I'm gonna fight Tyson Fury. I'm gonna knock Tyson Fury out, And that's the kind of stuff you gotta say, You gotta say stuff, man. They listen to what you say. When the microphone is on you, can't. When the mic on you, and have you ever saw a rapper go on the microphone and just go like this and just look? You got to talk. You got to say, you got to say what's on your mind. You got to let stuff out. And that's what Tank needs to do. Only thing I think he's lacking in, because he's definitely not lacking in, knocking people out. He's doing a good job at that. What Tank is lacking in is selling himself when it comes to barking. He should be saying, look, I'm the best at 135. Hands down. Ryan Garcia don't want to see me. Devin Haney don't want to see me. Cambosos don't want to see me. Lomachenko, none of them boys want to see me. I'm the man. Y'all already see what I do. I'm 25-0 with 23 knockouts. Let me rewind that. I'm 25-0 with 23 knockouts. Tell me who else at 135 is knocking everybody out. Shakur just went the distance. You know what I mean? Devin Haney, we don't know what's going to happen in the fight between him and Cambosos. But Cambosos and Teofimo Lopez went the distance. Who else? You name it. They going the distance. I ain't going the distance. You feel me? I'm knocking people out. Rolly was doing all that barking. What happened? He went to sleep. I slept that boy. You hear me? So when it comes down to the come down, I'm coming down with the hammer. That's right. It's hammer time. And they can't touch this. That's right. They can't touch this. And I'm about to sign with Showtime. You know what I mean? I'm about to get this money. Matter of fact, Showtime gonna pay me whatever I ask for. I'm gonna ask for. Matter of fact, Mayweather got $200 million. I'm gonna double that. I'm gonna get $400 million from Showtime. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm about to Mayweather. Listen, Mayweather ain't got nothing on me. I'm the next man up. I'm the next man up. You hear me? And you know you're gonna have fans on here gonna say, well, you know, I didn't knock out Cruz. Yeah, I didn't knock out Cruz, and I didn't knock out another person. But think about it. I only got 25 fights. I knocked out 23 opponents. Everybody ain't gonna go night-night. Because everybody ain't sleepy. You know what I mean? So if you ain't sleepy, you might stay up, you know what I mean? A little longer. But the rest of them went straight to sleep. So I don't mind being 90-something% knockout ratio, you know? So, you know, we can always have somebody that's going to have something to say, you know? I can count to 10, and they're going to say, well, you know, saying he ain't start with 0. Yeah, so Wrigley Split, what up, though? What's happening, bro? What's happening? You know what was tapping in on this boy. They tried to stop me from coming on live, but it ain't going to happen. I'm here. Can't be been in the biz forever. You don't think he has a big hose. Let's go, champ. Son, hey, listen. All he need to do right now, because he's so hot right now, and like I say, Mayweather helped him a whole lot. All Tank has to do is talk his talk right now. All he got to do is open up his mouth, and he will kill the game right now. The reason why he ain't killing the game like he could be killing the game is because his mouth is closed. His mouth closed. You know what they say about closed mouth? Closed mouth don't get fed. So he got to open his mouth. He got to open his mouth. What's up, Shiva? Wiggity Split. Hey, listen. Tank got to open up his mouth. Oh yeah. You see me? Let me to have somebody like Mayweather behind me, backing me up. Somebody, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't mess with him though, to be honest with you. But if I had me somebody like a Mike Tyson or whoever it is backing me up, talking for me, and I'm going out there, you know what I'm saying, and seeking and destroying. Yeah, thanks, New Rise TV in the building. What's up, champ? But they backing me up, and I'm whooping butt. Oh, man, it's over with. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to be, what? Man, I'll knock Mayweather head off. When next time I see Mayweather, man, I'm going to punch him in his chest. You know what I'm saying? So, all that's well. You got to get out of here. Get out of here, boy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go. Get. Go. You got to put him in check, like, you know, like I had to tell my little son. You got to bark and bite. You got to bark and bite. Man, tell him get them likes up. Sure, get them likes up. Yeah, but you got to make them respect you. And I'm telling you though, man, listen, Gervonta Davis has what it takes to really surpass Mayweather. Yeah, he don't have to. One thing he got right now, and the crazy part is he's not even in his prime. He just got to make the right decisions. Make the right decisions. If he beats somebody that's real good, like in his prime, if he beat Ryan Garcia, or if he beat Devin Haney, what's up, S-Rep? If he beat Shakur Stevenson, you know, if he beat, I'm telling you, if he beat Kambosos, anybody like that in his prime, guess what? He gonna be able to be undone. Something Mayweather didn't do. Mayweather beat no good fighter. I'm talking about no good fighter in the top 10, top 20, top 30, top 50 of all time in their prime. He beat Miguel Cotto past his prime. Miguel Cotto was messed up from them plasters that Margarita was wearing. Talk to me. He beat Shane Mosley way past his prime. And Shane Mosley caught him with one of those. Oh, stop it! He lucky they ain't stopped the fight. You know, he came back and you know, he did what he needed to do to win the fight. But he didn't beat Shane Mosley in his prime. Hey, y'all got to keep that door open. Keep that door open. I'm tired of it squeaking and making that noise. Yeah, he didn't beat nobody in, like I say, in the top 50, in the top 20, 30, 40 in their prime. He who else did he beat that had a name? Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was way past his prime. I'm talking about way past his prime. What up though, Chris? What's happening, champ? Hey, what's happening? Sorry I can't read y'all what y'all saying on here fast enough because it's going showing up and disappearing quick. Yeah, so yeah, I listen. If Javante Davis beats Ryan Garcia, who has a big name, a whole lot of followers, millions, way more followers than him, quadruple the followers he got. If Javante Davis beats Devin Haney, Kambosos, he beats any of those fighters in their prime, he gonna be done deal what Mayweather haven't did. Now talk to me. Why is fighters prime between that? I don't know. You ain't got look. Your prime is not necessarily um, at a certain age. I was in my prime at 37 years old. Let me rewind that. I was in my prime at 37 years old because I started boxing late. So my body was well reserved. But yeah, Tank, if he beat Ryan Garcia, if he beat Devin Haney, if he beat Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez, any of those fighters in their prime, he gonna be done surpass Mayweather already, and he ain't even in his prime yet. He just getting started. Yeah, he's just getting started. So, and that being said, I don't mind him, picking and choosing right now. So he picked Cambosis. I mean, he picked no, sorry about that. He picked Gamboa. Gamboa was past his prime, but guess what? Javante Davis is not even in his prime. So I ain't mad at him for that. But it's another thing too. I think Mayweather actually held Javante Davis back. Think about it. Mayweather, his whole thing was, you know what? I'm gonna fight smarter instead of harder. So fighting smarter, he picked guys that had big names that was past their prime. Something like Jake Paul. Jake Paul picked guys that's past their prime. Think about it. Being Askren is a wrestler, a UFC fighter that pillow punches. He sparred with my son, and he couldn't even get my son out of there. So, and my son had to hold back. He kept asking me, "Hey, Dad, can I, pick it up a little bit?" I said, "No, son, no." And so, you know, Mayweather and Jake Paul got a lot in common. They really good at matchmaking. So Mayweather did a smart thing in matching Devontae Davis up with the right opponents. So, but I think that Javante Davis was like, man, I want to fight these guys that's calling me out. And Mayweather was like, no, son, we don't do it like that. This is not how we do business over here at Mayweather Promotions. And it's a good thing. But at the same time, we want to see the best fight the best. We don't want to see the best fight the rest. We want to see the best fight the best. And yes, that's true, Marshall. He don't want nobody to do better than him. I think Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis that would be a great fight. I think Ryan Garcia got a great chance to beat him. A real good chance. Chase, what up, Chase? K Music, what up, though? We're getting split. Boxing do need to get organized, but if boxing get organized, then it ain't gonna be boxing no more. So if it ain't broke, you can't fix it. We need hey Ari, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Yeah. We definitely need a union, but if we get a union, then what's gonna happen? Then we gonna you gonna We're gonna have. It ain't gonna be the same. You know what I mean? The answer to that question, it ain't gonna be the same. They already done came up with the what kind of weight class? It's called the it's a heavyweight. Then it's another weight class that's like for over heavyweight. It's the some kind of weight class. So they always trying to mess the boxing up. You know, so yeah, we can't let that happen, y'all. They get all these different belts. Yes, and Triple G is too old for Canelo. Yeah, Canelo I think he gonna stop him. Stop it! Yeah, they don't call it super heavyweight. They call it something else. I forgot the weight class they call it. Y'all could probably look it up and tell me what it's called. But they got a different weight class, man. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And if it ain't broke, you can't fix it. Let it be what it is. We just need to see the best fight the best. That's all we need to do. Hey, it can stay the way it is, and you fight at your own risk. You make decisions at your own risk. Nobody's really helping you. If your team don't help you, you in trouble. And it's every man for themselves. You gotta watch out for the snakes. You gotta watch out for the women. You even gotta watch out for your family because your family will act different towards you. If you're up, if you're down, they get to put their arms around you. They get to being around you. Um, you know, when you at the top, all of a sudden they call you. Man, can you imagine how many new family members that was in my family that I didn't know was in my family when I was a current champ? They got to reaching out to me like never before. I have so many. My last name is different. My last name is Bundridge. There's not a lot of Bundridges out here. At least I didn't think it was. But when I became world champ, I realized I had a whole family of Bundridges. You know what I mean? I'm your family. I'm like, dang, you got to be my family because it ain't that many Bundridges. We got a lot of Jacksons out here, but not Bundridges. There's a lot of snakes in the grass chase. A whole lot of them. I hope Benavidez and Charlo fight. And if they do, I would roll with Benavidez on that one. Oh, yeah, when you at the top, everybody gonna claim you. And when you at the bottom, listen, family will leave you. Family will get to acting different on you. I wouldn't care. I'm talking about husbands, wives. I'm talking about, man, listen, the real ones will hang in there, Right? But at the end of the day, we got to blame the devil for all that because that's who is making everybody turn against each other. As much as, you might love your cousin might love you or your family member. Man, it's the devil out here. I'm telling you, and he's going overtime trying to mess everything up. You feel me? That's why you got to make the right decisions. And Gervonta Tank Davis, if I was Tank, what I would do, I would get away from Mayweather as fast as possible. Hey, listen, thank you for what you did for me. And ain't going to be no disrespect because he did do a good job with him. They gave each other opportunities. Appreciate you, Chase. And it's over now. Now let me be the man that I am. Let me fight who I want to fight when I want to fight them without you saying, no, Tank. No, not right now. No, right now. Right now. Ain't no right now. Right now. I want the best. Right now. And force the fights to happen. All you got to do, listen, one thing I like about the pound for pound best fighter in the world, Errol Spence, he fighting who he want to fight. He his own boss. Ain't nobody controlling him. He don't have no manager. His manager is himself. He make his own decisions. Gervonta being up on the Mayweather, he can't make his own decisions. Now that he's a free agent now, and I just don't think that he's that kind of guy. I don't think that Gervonta Davis is still gonna make his own decisions. I think if he's under Al Heyman, Al will still pick the fights for him, or maybe his trainer will pick the fights for him. He don't seem like that kind of guy. He's like I say, he's low key, kind of quiet. He might get a little loud when he around his homeboys, when he hit the blunt, you know what I mean, or if that's what he do, when he sip a little bit, if that's what he do, when he's behind closed doors, he might, get a little loud. Stop it! Hey, TKO, what's up, though? Hey, it's a TKO. And yes, Gervonta Davis had a TKO in the 6th round. And go look at my Instagram post. In my Instagram post, right before he knocked him out, guess what I said? I said, somebody about to get stopped. I told you somebody was about to get stopped. Stop it! Go look at my post. It's on Instagram, K9 Boxing. Yeah, he was saying he's still with Mayweather, but he didn't say he re-signed with him. Just because he said, they gonna try to throw people off. I see on all these websites, these different little YouTube outlets where they saying, just to get hits and get people to click on their YouTube channel or a video to get views. They saying that Gervonta saying, is done signed with Mayweather or he's still with Mayweather, and that's not true. He didn't say he re-signed. He said I'm with Mayweather Promotions. Guess what? The contract ain't all the way up yet. The contract was probably gonna be up. That probably was gonna be his last fight, but he might not be out the contract until the end of the month, the end of next month. You know what I mean? It's just that that after this fight he ain't about to fight next month. So the contract with him and Mayweather might be up because in the next, before the next fight, the contract probably might be up because we got the contract might have signed to what is we in May now, May 30th. His contract might be up June 30th. You know what I mean? And he know he ain't gonna be fighting in June 30th. That's why he said this is his last fight with Mayweather Promotions. If you understand what I'm saying, if y'all hear me. So yeah, and I'm just trying to keep it 100 with y'all. You feel me? We just gonna try to keep it 100 with y'all. So he gonna have to just probably change hats. You know what I mean? Kind of like what I just did. Y'all probably didn't even notice it. I'm so smooth with it. But yeah, he gonna probably change hats. Go from Mayweather Promotions to Gervonta Davis Promotions. Gervonta. So it's GDD. You know what I mean? That little brand he got. I'll promote my own stuff. You know what I mean? He got Al Heyman, who I think is the best advisor in the world right now. Al Heyman, is man, listen, that man is really, I think he graduated from Harvard, a very smart guy. He came and changed the game. He started giving fighters what they deserve. Forget about what Dana White talking about. Dana White can kick rocks. You know what I mean? He talking about some fighters are being overpaid. Man, listen, a guy like him, he tell you some stuff like that, like, bro, you ain't worth it. That'll make you want to smack him in his mouth if you a fighter. Like, if he come and you tell you, K9, you're not worth 100,000, and you didn't get your last fight 300,000. K9, you're not worth 600,000. I'm not gonna pay you. Man, I would never sign with Dana White. And Dana White said he wanted to get into boxing. For what? Who would want to sign with him? You know what I mean? And he ain't gonna pay you. He just told you, fighters are being overpaid. So if he's trying to get into boxing, then guess what? He gonna lowball the fighters. He gonna get some of those fighters that don't know no better. And like the UFC fighters, they don't know no better. Shorty don't know no better, Shorty, like my man said, that rap with Lil Wayne and them. Yeah, Shorty don't know no better, Lil Wayne kissing baby in the mouth. Oh, man. How he don't know no better, but he was a kid. But when you a grown man, you supposed to know better than that. See what I'm saying? My man Chase said he fought 3 times in one night, only made $600. So that's what I'm saying, man. You got to get paid. And Tank is in a position to get paid, bro. I'll sign a contract with no less than $250 million. I'm gonna get more than Mayweather got. When Mayweather signed with Showtime, Mayweather got $200 million. That was the first contract when he first came and signed with Showtime. When he got up out the contract with Top Rank, he signed with Showtime, and he got, let me rewind that. He got $200 million. That was unheard of. Darren, yes, that was unheard of. Now, if I was Tank, I'll be trying to get more than Mayweather. I'll be trying to do more than Mayweather. If Mayweather got 200, even though, he haven't paid his dues, and like I say, he don't bark enough, he don't sell his brand, with his mouth, with kicking the game as much as Mayweather do, but he knock guys out. But I would be trying to push him to get more than Mayweather because the money is there. I'm telling Showtime, I'm negotiating. Showtime say we got 100 million. I'm gonna say no, I want more than that. I'm gonna say I want 200. You know, they come and say we want 50. I'm gonna say, you know what? Hold on, let me talk to my lawyer. I'm gonna come back at him. I'm gonna say I want 350. You know, you gotta climb. You know what I mean? You gotta climb. You gotta reach for the stars. You got a high bid. You know what I'm saying? If you say you want 500 million, you might get 400 million. If you say you want 400 million, you might get 300 million. But if you go in saying 200, you gonna get most likely they gonna come to the table and you gonna get less than that. So I would go high and come in the middle somewhere. But I would definitely at least I would sign with Showtime, man, 3, 4, 5 fight deal and 300 million. That's signing bonus. That ain't even before I even get in the ring. I get in the ring, I want at least, and it depends on who it is. I want at least 35 million per fight. And if I fight somebody like Ryan Garcia, we're gonna sit at the table and we're gonna negotiate that fight. And I want ticket sales too. I want ticket sales. I want live gate. I want, what I mean, pay-per-view buys. I want it all. You hear me? I want it all. So that's what Javante Davis has to do, man. He has to make big decisions. Good decisions. Yeah, what's up, Glass Joe? We got Glass Joe and his boy. He talking about some who in the chat want it. If you Glass Joe, you sure don't want it. You got a glass chin, Glass Joe. Stop it! We screaming, stop it! All day. Yeah, I just went and got some of these right here, y'all. Y'all gotta get y'all some emergency packs. 100%. Tank is 100% still in the contract with BBC. He said it himself. It's on YouTube. Oh yeah. I'm saying he probably under contract with PBC, but that's not Mayweather and them. See, PBC and Mayweather do business with PBC. It's not Mayweather. Mayweather just worked with PBC. Mayweather Promotions is Mayweather Promotions. PBC is a whole different entity. It's a whole different team. PBC is Al Heyman and whoever he got. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even think Al Heyman and Floyd like this. I think it's the money that brought them together. I don't think that they really boys. I know a little bit about everything. I just can't speak on everything, but trust me, they not as tight as y'all would think they is. They just do business. You ain't gotta be best friends to do business. I do business with people. I train people, and I might not be, real cool with them. They might not be, who I am or what I'm about. You know what I mean? It could be Muslim. I'm a Christian, but we could do business and not, be best friends. So I'm just being real with y'all. Money talk. You know what they say, and BS walk. And it can make dollars and cents. So they say if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's not true all the time. It can make dollars, but then it might not make no sense. So you got to say, hold on. You got to say, hold up, and then you go from there. Yeah, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, man. God is good, y'all. So we got Cambosis. So Cambosis just said that he said Devin Haney was a snitch. I don't know if y'all saw that, but he said Devin Haney is a snitch. Devin Haney was telling Cambosis, about Tefimo. Like Tefimo be getting drunk, he be drinking, and and I don't know if that makes him a snitch. He just wanted him to beat him because he felt like if he beat him, it would be an easier fight for him to fight him, and because he felt like he can beat Cambosis. So he was just playing his cards. I don't think he was calling Tefimo Lopez and telling Tefimo Lopez nothing about Cambosis because he wanted Tefimo to win. So he was telling Tefimo Lopez, Cambosis, something about Tefimo Lopez. I remember, I don't know if y'all know Andre Berto. What's up, 206? Andre Berto was telling me something about one of his homies, Saku Powell. Before I fought Saku Powell, because Saku Powell was in the driver's seat, I was about to fight Saku Powell on Showtime. And Andre Berto was behind him. He wasn't being pushed at the time. He was up under Saku Powell. So he wanted me to knock Saku Powell out so he can actually rise up. He can take Saku Powell's place. So he told me, yeah, that's real talk, KK. He told me he can't take a punch. He can't take a punch. It wasn't because he was against him. It's because he was envy. He wanted his spot. 50 crew, 2 Linwood. What's up, my dog? So, you got just because a person is, was trying to give you the ups on somebody, it's because they want that person position. Or they feel like that person lose to you, they can come and beat you. You know what I mean? So it's always a motive. It's a reason behind everything. You feel me? It's a reason, behind everything. And that's real talk. But who y'all got winning that fight between Devin Haney and Kambosos? And if Devin Haney wins, he has to fight Kambosos again. Now, if Kambosos wins, who you think will win if Kambosos got in the ring with Gervonta Davis? And they would have to fight on neutral ground because, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis is not going to fight him in Australia. Devin Haney was desperate. Devin Haney was willing to do whatever it took to get that fight with Kambosos. So he signed a contract, an unbelievable contract, whereas he would fight him twice. Even if he won, he would fight him again, give him a rematch. And he would not only give him a rematch, he would fight him in the same place. He was that, man. So basically, Kambosos made Devin Haney, not literally, no homo, but he made him bend over backwards to get the fight. And Devin Haney was so desperate for the fight, and because he believed that he could beat him. He must see something that, that maybe I don't see or maybe y'all don't see, but he just feel like he can beat him. So he even went over there. He didn't pull out the fight. He didn't postpone the fight, and went over there without his daddy. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Tank is not gonna fight him over in Australia, And let's not get it twisted. Tank is a good fighter, but real talk though, who was Gervonta Davis beat yet? I'm talking about with a big name. So far, he's fought people past their prime the Mayweather's way, like Mayweather did. So, and I'm not saying he can't beat these guys, but, the first real test he had was against somebody we didn't even know who he was. We know who he is now. And I still think that he lost that fight, and that was a fight against Isaac Cruz. Yeah. I'm going to talk about Jesus every time I get a chance to. Hashtag Jesus for life. So for real talk. I don't know, man. Like I say, Isaac Cruz, he went from somebody that we don't know to a superstar overnight. And I see why he gave Gervonta Davis such a great fight. That boy can fight. Did y'all see his last fight? Did y'all see what he did to now Devin Haney? Gervonta Davis didn't do that to Gamboa. But look what Isaac Cruz did to Gamboa. Stop it! Man, he put it on him. So I'm saying Isaac Cruz is must see TV. He win, lose, or draw, he's entertaining. You can call him the Arturo Gatti of the 135-pound division. Yeah, and he could not break that defense. Yeah, and shoot, he almost got his defense broke. He almost got his face broke. I think he got his arm broke. I know he had an arm injury or something they were saying. Yeah. We all got one punch power. I think even if you injure your hand in a fight, so be it. You a fighter. You got to deal with it. I went into fights, man. I don't lost fights because I was injured. You know what I mean? So you got to go out there, and you still got to perform because you a fighter. Fighters, you can't sit there. Oh, I hurt my arm. No, you got to still fight. My leg is hurt. You got to still fight. My nose broke. You got to fight. I don't think Shakur win over Valdez was better than any of Tank fights. I actually think that that was a bad performance for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson wanted that fight so bad. I'm talking about he wanted that fight real bad. He wanted that fight bad, real bad, bad, real bad, and got it. And I just knew to as bad as he wanted it, and how he was how Valdez was forced into the fight. I just knew that Shakur was gonna stop him. That was his come out party, and to me, he laid the egg. I thought he was gonna stop him. And hey, Valdez to me did better than Shakur Stevenson, even though Shakur Stevenson won the fight. Valdez went out there and hit Shakur Stevenson more than any other fighter has hit him, and it was more of a win for Valdez than it was for Shakur Stevenson. I mean, when you get in that ring with somebody, I don't care who it is, you're only as good as your last fight. And people gonna remember you from your last fight. And his last fight, he did not knock out Valdez. And Gervonta Davis' last fight a few days ago, he knocked out. Let me rewind that. He knocked out Rowley. So you gonna remember that. You know what I mean? They ain't not gonna show a decision win unless it's Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather on ESPN. The winner is. But they gonna show a knockout. They gonna show a knockout. So they didn't show nothing about Shakur Stevenson, and he actually, I believe, fought on Top Rank or ESPN. So I'm not saying he don't have the goods, but at times his fights can be boring. I mean, I remember my wife falling asleep on Shakur Stevenson fight, and Shakur can fight. The man, he can fight. He ain't no punk. You know what I mean? But to me, he dropped the egg. No decisions on highlight reels. Tell him again. Tell him again, S-Rep. S, you got to rep it, bro. Let him know. Hey, decisions are not. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, unless it's Muhammad Ali, you feel me? Or Mike Tyson, somebody that's a superstar. Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, something like that. But other than that, it ain't going to happen. I believe Shakur will give him a hard time, Dev. Yeah, Money Mayweather wasn't knocking nobody out. I say Money Mayweather was having hand problems. So, and I gotta take my hat off to him though to be able to beat the guys he was beating. Even though the guys he fought with the names were past their prime. Hey, yeah, Gervonta got it all. You know what I mean? They were past their prime. They still were who they were. Tommy Hearns passed his prime. It's still Tommy Hearns. So you got to still watch out. You know what I mean? You get caught with one of them boys, it's gonna be over with. Yeah, he was. Floyd was king of Woody split decision. Yeah, me and Mr. Ill Will fight whoever next. Exactly. Hashtag dogs at us. What up, though? Where my dogs at? We right here. Happy Memorial Day, y'all. I don't know if Tank had hand problems because he showed didn't swing like he had hand problems. You know what I mean? He ain't had no hand problem 2 days ago. No. He ain't got no hand problems, bro. No. Mr. Ill Will. This is Dr. Chill. You hear me? I got the name Doc Chill. That used to be my rap name. Yeah, we in this building, you hear me? Y'all got to make sure I get y'all some of this. I ain't being sponsored by this, but that code Q10, it's good for you. It's good for your heart. I was recommending that, you hear me? Yeah. If Crawford beats Spence and Charlo, you can think he better than Mayweather. Ooh, if Crawford go up there, if he beats Spence, and then he go up there and beat Charlo, man, hey, I don't know if I can say he better than Mayweather, but he sure gonna be them, like I say, beat guys in their prime, good fighters in their prime, something that Mayweather haven't done. Mayweather was the best, the best businessman in boxing history. He made the most money. Yeah, yep. Hey, I didn't predict what round it was gonna be in the fight with Gervonta Davis, but I can't always say I knew he was going, you know what I mean? In my heart, I knew he was gonna knock him out, and he did. And yeah, but yeah, Mayweather was the best businessman in boxing. You know, just think about it. He don't get no better business than, you know, I'm not saying it's true, but somebody like Javante Davis signing with you just because you Mayweather for free. Feel me? You know, I bet, hey, I could guarantee you, I could just about guarantee you, Mayweather didn't give Javante Davis no $1 million signing bonus. And he clearly was worth $1 million, at least $1 million for a signing bonus. But I bet you he didn't get one. Bet he ain't get one. Talk to me. Do y'all think that Mayweather gave Javante Davis, when Javante Davis signed with him, $1 million for a signing bonus? Do y'all think so? Yes or no? Talk to me. I don't think so. Remember that song LL Cool J had? I'm going back to Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I don't think so. I don't think Javante Davis is going back to Mayweather. Oh, it take 90 days to get in your heart? I didn't know that. Yeah, telling me something I ain't know. Good question. Shout me out, okay. Now, what's up, Detroit Finance? Yeah, exactly. Tell him, Dale. Yeah, Tank making his money off live gates, 5 million in the Barclays. See what I'm saying? So I was telling you, that boy worth money. I think he done personally. Oh man, listen. Mayweather still killing the game though. How many other fighters you got, that that's making all that money? You know, Note gave him a car and a couple of racks. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See, you already know what it is. But Mayweather's still killing the game. Just think about it. His brand is so big, from being undefeated that he can fight guys not nowhere near his level in exhibitions. And Dubai gave that. Dubai is the richest country in the world. So they probably easily gave Mayweather 10 million, 5, 10 million, 20 million for an exhibition fight against whoever he wanted to fight. They probably had a guy that said, hey, I want to fight Mayweather. He probably was a rich kid, you know what I'm saying? Or his family was probably, up under somebody or knew somebody that knew somebody. They was like, okay, we gonna pay for the fight. You want to fight Mayweather? Yeah. Oh, we'll pay him. You can fight Mayweather. Whoever you want to fight, you can fight him. And that money talk. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight Mike Tyson? Okay, we'll call Mike Tyson. You can fight Mike Tyson. They got money. They printing money. Yeah, they printing money. Yeah, so they keep on talking about something. They said Mayweather re-signed. And I don't, we gotta see, we gotta hear him say it. He ain't re-signed nothing yet. It ain't even came out yet. Trust me. Yeah, go look at Don Moore's record. Go look and see if Don Moore is even a real fighter. Don. I bet you, I bet you, Tank Davis would have knocked out Don Moore in round one. If Tank Davis had got in the ring with Floyd Mayweather right now, who y'all think would win? Because to be honest with you, I think Davis will get Floyd right now. Oh yeah, much love, my dog. I want to see Floyd fight. I mean, I want to see Tank Davis fight Floyd next in the exhibition. I want them to, act like they mad at each other. Even though I know Floyd mad at Javante for real. In the exhibition, Javante Davis versus Tank Davis. I mean, yeah, Javante Davis versus Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, in the exhibition, they both mad at each other. Floyd mad because he won't resign because he done did all this and that for him. We got to make a good story about it. And Javante Davis like, no, man, I ain't signing with him because I just want to move on. And he like, well, I gave him racks, but you know what I mean? And he promised me and, you know, exhibition. Javante Davis versus Floyd Mayweather in the exhibition. And if I beat you, the fan, even if it's not a knockout, I beat you, I sign back with you. And if you beat, if you beat me, I sign back with you. But if I beat you, you owe me whatever the signing bonus was gonna be. Yeah, yeah. Hey, K Music, not quite. He ain't 70 yet. Yeah. you know. But Floyd had to be in shape. Now Floyd couldn't sit there and train for Tank Davis like he did, you know, Moore, Don Moore. I think his name was Don Moore. Yeah, Floyd ain't as fast as he was. He was fast, you know, when he was in his 20s and 30s, but not in his 70s. Exactly. Floyd, but you gotta remember this though. If you ain't gotta fight nobody in their prime, then why fight them in their prime, you know? You gotta remember it's a business at the end of the day. We as fans want to see the best fight the best. But boxers, you know, as boxers and getting hit in the head, you gotta make the best decision for you and your family. You feel me? Yep. And it ain't just no old man strength. I got strength before I became an older man, you know? I got young man strength, old man strength, young man strength. I got strength, period. I had strength, you know what I mean, you know, since day one. I'll be fighting again soon, hopefully. Yeah, I hear you, Fratter Heights, House, Mr. Earwill. Yeah, they ain't gotta be the same. Yeah, they is close to the same weight. You gotta remember, Javante Davis walks around easily 170. That's a big dude. That's why he getting there and be sparring with bigger guys. Don't forget, Javante Davis was sparring with Sean Porter. I don't know how that sparring session went, but he was in there, you know, sparring with Sean Porter. And Sean Porter used to fight at junior middleweight, 154. You know, Tank, when you good, you good. I've been in the ring with guys that was good, you know, and that fight at 140. But you know, they strong enough to be able to fight 170, 160, you know what I mean? You know, so I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I know. Thank you, brother. I know you said I got wisdom too, but I don't like to hear the old man part. Old man strength. Yeah, Tank probably is 170 when he ain't training, you know. But I don't know. You know, as you start getting older, you start getting wiser, you start making better decisions. You know, now that I'm not actually, you know, I know about that, Gino. Now that I'm not actually actively fighting now, you know, I walk around lighter than I did when I was actually fighting. You know, I used to walk around easily weighing 180 something. You know, not now. I walk around now weighing, you know, 170 in the early 170s. You know, so if you fought, if Javante Davis fought Tank, I mean, if Javante Davis fought Floyd Mayweather, I think if they fought at 130, 135, 140 in their prime, I think Floyd will beat him. Because Javante Davis is like about 5'3", 5. I ain't gonna even give him no 5'4". I saw him in person. You know what I mean? And you know, how much do you weigh right now? I don't know how much I weigh right now. Probably about 173, 174. Yeah, I'm about to get in the steam room too in a minute though, so I don't know. I might lose 1 or 2 pounds. Gotta get up early in the morning and train some of my fighters, you know, some of my clients. I definitely enjoy being a trainer now too. And it's you know, not only is it a lot of money in training people, it's you know, I get a chance to give back the knowledge that I've gained over the years. Yeah. No, Cake music. We cannot do that. Davis is way too little. You cannot fight Bivol. He's too small. You can't do that. You know, they're not gonna let you fight. You that small, they're not gonna let you get in the ring with nobody that big. You feel me? That boy, Javante Davis is fighting at 135. He's not gonna go from 135 into to his next fight at 175. Yeah, I remember my man Dimitri Bivol fight 175. 135, 175. You talking about a 40-pound difference. So yeah, we definitely gotta make sure we do our homework. But you know what I mean? You don't wanna you can do what you wanna do. You can write on here what you wanna write. But when you get the writing stuff on here that don't make no sense, I go to looking at it like, man, is he just talking to be talking, you know? And you want me to read what you're saying and make sure, it makes sense. Oh yeah. Okay, I hear. I ain't get a chance to read everything you said about that, but I hear you, my dog. What up, though? What's up, though, boo? Who? 313? Yeah. But yeah, Javante Davis has a chance. Like I say, to be bigger than Floyd. You know, I think at this point in his career, I wonder where Floyd was with 25 wins. 25. I think Gervonta is 25-0 with 23 knockouts. When Floyd was 25-0, you know, he didn't have 23 knockouts. His knockout ratio wasn't as good as Gervonta Davis's was. But Floyd know how to sell himself, you know. Floyd was smart enough to get out the contract with Top Rank. Yeah, it's hard to even talk about a fight between Tank and Haney because Haney got them Cambosis problems right now. Yeah, so yeah, but Floyd was smart enough to get out the contract with Top Rank because Floyd knew that he was bigger than what Top Rank was promoting him. He knew that if he'd have stayed with Top Rank, he wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, AB messed up. You know, he messed up. He could have been probably as big as Floyd. He was compared to Floyd. He was stopping guys on HBO. But yeah, he messed up. I don't know, man. I don't know. We about to find out. Yeah, but yeah, we gotta you know, Floyd, man. Floyd in the driver's seat regardless. You know, at the end of the day, he rich. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis, like I say, he has a chance to be the biggest fighter in boxing right now. You know? Yeah, so yeah. Shiva, what up, Shiva? Cheers. One of my favorite words to say ever since I fought in United Kingdom was cheers. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, but yeah, Gervonta Davis, all you gotta do is play his cards right. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, S Rep, you know, AB, you know, just wanted to continue to be hood. Forget that. You know, I don't think that done changed his life, you know. He just, you know, he wanted to keep it too hood. All good, Shiva. It's all good, champ. I don't know much about anybody but Tank and Jank. Only boxing inspiration in this generation for me. Oh yeah, it's all good, but that's why I say. That's why I say. Gervonta Davis, you know, anybody that's young, or you know, they get a lot of subscribers or a lot of people that's following them, and they decide to want to box. That's good for boxing. Jake Paul getting in boxing is good for boxing. You know, me just think about it. Me training a lot of these people I'm training now. One of the reasons why I'm training a lot of these people now, one of the reasons is because of Jake Paul. You know, they want to be boxers now because of Jake Paul. What up, though, Torres? Yeah, they want to be boxers because of Jake Paul. You hear me? They like, man, Jake Paul could do it. I could do it. They come to the gym. You know, K9, I want to train. I want to fight. I want to fight. I don't know if I agree with you on that one, Fraternal House. You know, hey, I don't know. I don't know about the decision making. You know, with Devin Haney fighting Cambosis twice. If he win the first time, you got to fight him again in the same arena or in the same country. I don't know if that was a smart decision, but hey, we gonna find out. If he win both fights, then he a genius. If he go out there and lose one of them fights, then hey, he made the wrong decision. Hey, maybe he knows something I don't know. I don't know, you know. But hey, it's his career, you know. You can make whatever decision you decide to want to make, you know. Hey, and that's up to him. But me, look, I'm not gonna. The Bible say don't be anxious for nothing. I just think that you know he want to be bigger. He want to be bigger than all the fighters you know in his generation. And one way to be bigger than the other guys that's young and you know that's out here, like a Gervonta Davis, like a Ryan Garcia, is to go get all the belts. And so he like, man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to fight Cambosis and get them belts. It's one thing, you know, to signing a fight and wanting to fight and getting a fight. It's another thing to doing anything to get the fight. It's another thing to going over there and fighting them and beating them not once but twice. You know, I think that Cambosis is in the driver's seat because at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, he's guaranteed to fight in his country. You know, win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? Well, the first time for sure, but if he lose, he get a chance to fight the same person twice and make money. I'm talking about millions both times. So he in the driver's seat. So the guy that's winning, no matter what, is Cambosis. Cambosis is winning no matter what. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, you know? Yeah, so I'm changing hats like, like Javante Davis might change promoters. So yeah, so hey, but like I said, bro, if I was Javante Davis, me, that's who. Definitely Lil K9 is the face of boxing, bro. He is the face of boxing. Calm, quiet, cool, stay out the ring. But he gonna have to know how to sell fights too, Garcia Haney, most likely I see it. I don't see it. K9 thinking Bosa gets it. They shiver. I hate to say it, but I think so too. Yep, I think so too. In my opinion, I don't want to. Like I said, I had him on the show before, so I wouldn't want to say I think that the other guy, because a lot of these fighters be in their feelings. So you go to sit there and say, you think that the next man is gonna beat him. He hear about it. He ain't want to come on your show. He gonna be like, K9, you was going against me. No, going against you is saying I hope that Kambosos beat him. I don't hope Kambosos beat him. I just think Kambosos got a chance to beat him. Because I don't even know that, the first fight is up for grabs. But I can't see, you know, um, you know, Devin Haney beating him twice, in his country. You know what I mean? If he win the first time, the second time, I think because Kambosos is the older fighter, has more experience, he's been grown longer, you know what I mean? He's a grown man. He might be able to make adjustments, or the next time, this in this country, they ain't gonna let that man walk up out of there with them belts again. They gonna want to keep them belts over there in Australia. We going to Australia twice? Oh, you ain't about to leave up out of here with them belts, brother. No, 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 no. So I just think that hey man, listen. The second fight should have been on neutral grounds. If I beat you the first time and we have a rematch, we fight on neutral ground. We not about to fight, what I mean, in Australia again, second time, And he could have said in neutral ground. I mean, I probably would have took less money than to fight him in his country again, Because I need some fans screaming for me. Because how many fans do you think gonna be this weekend, in Australia, rooting for Devin Haney? He might have 10 people rooting for him. You're gonna have thousands. Cambosis is gonna have thousands of people barking for Cambosis. Stop it! Of course. That's what hey. Hopefully we don't hear nobody say that. And most likely, the undercard gonna be doo-doo. You hear me? Because a lot of times, those promoters don't have the money to be able to pay the main event. Both fighters $5 million apiece, and the co-main event they get $1 million apiece. That's a lot of money. They gonna rob Tony to pay Paul. So the undercard they gonna get shortchanged. You know what I mean? They gonna get told. They gonna get told, listen, you have an opportunity. You know what I mean? You take it or leave it. If not, next man up. They gonna be like, man, opportunity. We take an opportunity. So you take these scraps and you win your next fight. We gonna give you more money, more money. Like I think David Wayne's played in that movie. More money, more money. You know. So and that's the dirty game of boxing. You know what I mean? Ain't no guarantees. You know what I mean? Unless you sign a guarantee. But when they say opportunity, it's like, you gotta take it or leave it. If not, next man up. And that's how they gonna play it. So that's the dirty part about boxing. You know what I mean? What can you do, until your time come? Because, it's like a doorknob. Everybody get a turn. Whenever your turn comes, you just gotta take full advantage of it. And when you are on TV, though, you got to make people remember you, for that 15 minutes of fame that you get. At the time you get it, you got to have people screaming, stop it! You got to make them remember you. You got to, you got to bark. You got to have your brand together. You got to have whatever your gimmick going to be. When you win, you got to make people remember it. And they going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember him next time you fight. They start remembering you and they start being a fan of yours and they start demanding you to fight. You can start telling the networks, show me the money. You feel me? Man, listen, Tank is about to go What up, Dwayne? Tank is about to go holler at whoever is the highest bidder to promote him. You know, I mean, did you think about it? Tank can just really have Al Heyman advise him. He don't even have to have a manager. He don't have to have a promoter because, you know, Al Heyman is he's breaking the Muhammad Ali Act, and that's the reason why Top Rank and I think Oscar De La Hoya tried to sue him because in the Muhammad Ali Act, you can't you can't be a manager, a promoter, advisor, and all that. You know, you only can do one or the other. That's like coming, a promoter, a manager can't promote a boxing match. You can't be the manager and a promoter. That's why you see a lot of managers. If they promoting a fight, they'll put the fight up under their wife's name. So because you can't under the Muhammad Ali Act, you can't do both. You can't do it all. You know what I mean? So and so that's why Al Heyman he hire promoters that's gonna do what he say do. If they don't do exactly what he want them to do, then he don't hire him. He might get him a look because he really don't need them. He just need their promotional license. So he probably get him maybe $1 million or two just to use their name. They gotta still do their job as a promoter, but they not making what they'd make if they was actually the promoter, the real promoter. They just they just being used as a promoter because he can't use his license as a promoter. You know what I mean? Because he's an advisor. If that makes sense. Yeah. Oh man, I'm going with the Warriors. I think the Warriors gonna beat the Celtics for sure. Yeah, they got the experience. They've been there, done that. And song Dr. Dre said, I've been there and done that. You know what I mean? I like that one kid though. What's the little light skinned kid name? Get break and shoot. But yeah, kind of got that. He light skinned like that one boy, Javante Davis. Hey, he hurt Lopez, and I don't think Devin can take that punch. Nah, we gonna find out. We gonna find out. I listen. I wish that Devin Haney would have only took a one fight deal with this fight. So if he beat him, he can go fight, Javante Davis next. It's just he signed a contract to fight him twice, and dang, I wish he wouldn't have because I would love to see, yeah, Tatum. And my dog named Tatum, so how in the heck could I forget his name? But yeah. So yeah, I wish that I wish Devin Haney would have just only signed a one fight deal, but you know, Cambosis was like, man, you want this fight, you gotta do whatever I say do. You gotta sign a contract. You gotta sign a 2 fight contract deal. And he had to do it. I wouldn't have. I mean, I wish he wouldn't have. But then again, hey, we just don't know. Yeah, he sees something, that we didn't see. So it is what it is. Yep. So yeah, it is what it is. First, we gotta first Tank gotta get with a promoter. I think before he get with a manager, I think he gonna get with his advisor. I think he gonna go ahead and probably sign long term with PBC, you know, but as far as manager, you don't even need a manager. You got PBC doing all the groundwork for you. What you need a manager for? So I don't even know why he ended up getting a manager in the first place. But hey, he ended up getting one. I don't think he's gonna get one this time. I think he just gonna be up on the PBC. He ain't gonna have no manager. He might have an advisor. His advisor might be, I think his name is Calvin Ford, his trainer. He might be his advisor. And as an advisor, he might not even have to pay him. So that's the good thing. He gonna give him free advice because he like a father figure to him. So his team, which is his trainer, of course he's gonna listen to his mom. And he might have a few homeboys that's savvy. You know what I mean? Maybe he knows somebody that graduated from Harvard. And he gonna work. He gonna do business with Al Heyman. Of course, Tank smart. I mean, well, Tank. I can't say Tank's super smart. Of course, he made sign a 2 fight deal because he's the A side. When you the A side, when I fought Ishe Smith, I gave him opportunity. I should have made him sign a 2 fight deal. I wasn't thinking. So I say, man, you gotta cross your T's and dot your I's. I gave Ishe Smith the opportunity when Floyd and them bought my belt When my judges in my city robbed me of my title, I should have made them boys sign a 2-fight, deal. When you the mandatory, you can't sign a 2-fight deal. But when you giving somebody opportunity, you can sign a 2-fight deal. Even though Devin Haney was mandatory to the belt, he didn't. Cambosos didn't have to fight the mandatory until 9 months. You got up to 9 months before you have to sign to fight the mandatory. So he could have fought anybody. His first fight. Hey, Devin wanted it so bad. Devin said, "Me, that's who. Me, that's who," and that's how he got the fight. This right here is not good. Not good. Tank. Tank is hot right now, y'all. Yeah, Tank is hot, y'all. He hot. Man, Mayweather helped sell that man's brand. Hey, the contract is up now. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, Ari! Floyd was being disrespectful that night. Why? Because Floyd didn't show up. Floyd knows I don't care. They gonna say Floyd has some family business to attend. No, Floyd wasn't there because him and Tank is not together anymore. Yeah, I know he called him a rat. He sure did. Yeah, and don't forget now. Remember what up, Rashad? Remember what Tank had said. Tank was like, "This is my last fight up under Mayweather Promotions." Y'all remember that? Yeah. So he ain't said to be saying that. Then all of a sudden he said, he switched his words up. He was like, I said that this was my last fight up under him, but I didn't say I was gonna sign back with him. So somebody told him to, man, clear that up. Clear that up. Yeah. So I don't think he is that business savvy. You know what I mean? Tank got a long way to go. He's still a kid, and he'll be all right. The Bible says be slow to speak, fast to listen. And he just spit it out real quick, too fast. You know what I mean? That's the reason why. Every time you actually used to see Tank Davis, you would see Ellerby, the president of Mayweather Promotions, or you would see Floyd right there, making sure he don't say the wrong thing. If he said a few words, they'll cut him off. Yeah, so this is what is gonna happen next for Tank and yada yada yada. And I think Tank tired of that. Tank wanna do his own thing. Exactly, fraternal house. Exactly. Hey, Ari. Omni. Come here. Yeah, so yeah, hey, but they're young. When you young, it is what it is. He'll learn. He learning. Hey, everybody gotta learn. When you young, that man rich at a young age. Hey, little dog, my little dog, put some water in here, okay? Yeah, hold on one second, champ. Yeah, so yeah, fill it up, boy. Thanks, champ. He will fight for whoever next. Yeah, he can fight whoever next now under the contract. You know what I mean? If he's outspoken, you know what I mean? That's if he outspoken. If he outspoken, he say, look, you know what I mean? This is who I want to fight next. But I think he more or less, gonna go just listen to whatever his team say. Mayweather was his own boss. He fought who he wanted to fight. He was his own boss. Tank, you know what I mean? Tank is a boss out here. Give me that, buddy. Yeah. Thanks, Mark. All right, he a boss, but he do what they say. Oh yeah, he already said he don't want to see no Isaac Cruz. Yeah. Rolly did good though. Rolly just was, he was too anxious. The Bible said don't be anxious for nothing. Yeah, he was anxious, man, and he got knocked out from being anxious. And he ain't had no respect for Gervonta Davis. And it cost him. Yeah, hey, he ain't had no, a man got a gun like you got one. And so that's how he got knocked out. He kept on shooting his gun, bow, bow, bow. Just run, and he was running towards him with his gun, shooting. Bow, and wow, bow, and boom, got shot. You know, stop it! It was over. You know what I mean? And afterwards, he saw, so I'm winning the fight. That don't mean nothing no more. Well, you know, that don't mean nothing. Rolly ain't even in a position to get a fight with Cruz. Cruz, his last fight, he won. He ain't getting knocked out. You feel me? So it's different when your last fight you won. You know what I mean? It's a different ball game. You know. Yep. So, Isaac Cruz. If Isaac Cruz fought against Rolly, I get Isaac Cruz to win. I think Isaac, he'll beat kind of hard to run and aim, but it could be done. Yeah, bumpy, it could be, But yeah, Isaac would beat. I think if there was a fight, he'd beat Rolly because he constantly throw punches, Yeah, I just do them push-ups. That's all I do is push-ups, champ. That's it. Yeah, I didn't drop out of school. I got kicked out of school. Yeah. I don't know. Pacquiao was done. He ain't coming back. His wife ain't letting him come back. Real talk. It's over. It's over. Stop it. You good, bro? Yeah. Yeah, it's over. Listen, Manny Pacquiao, his wife didn't like the fact that he used to fight. He's come home. And the last fight that Manny Pacquiao had, and even though he lost, he didn't do bad getting in the ring with a whole different person. You remember he was getting ready for a whole different person. He was getting ready for a southpaw. Then they put him in there with a tough, top-notch orthodox fighter. That was crazy. I wouldn't have took it. I'd have told him, stop it! I would have told him, give me somebody else. I want easy work. Yeah, at the original Crunk Gym, I wouldn't let nobody do me wrong. I gave a lot of people the business at the original Crunk Gym. But yeah, man, it's all about Gervonta Davis right now. He is the man. The man right here. The man right here. Gervonta Davis. That boy. Listen, he did better than Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol was supposed to beat, Canelo Alvarez. He was a bigger man. Gervonta Davis was supposed to beat Rolly on my wrist. But, knockout sell. And when he stopped him, that's so. People want to see knockouts. You knock somebody out, and they're going to talk about that. If Canelo would have knocked Bivol out, or if Dimitri Bivol would have knocked Canelo out, we'll still be talking about that fight. The only reason why we talk about that fight now is just because we thought Canelo was invincible because he was beating everybody. Canelo is human. Canelo got in there with a bigger guy, a guy that was a bigger version of a Mayweather. I'm not saying he Mayweather, but my man, he boxed Canelo's socks off. Yeah, so yeah. It's right here. It's just that good juice right here, you hear me? 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. 1,000 milligrams, you hear me? Vitamin C. What's up, Vinny? Vinny Rolf, what up, bro? What's up, champ? What's up, champ? K9. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. But the other night, if you swing with the left, you might make Rolly lose his breath. Stop it! It's over. It's over. The man gets up and his legs is numb. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. You be talking about that Bivol win years from now, and you won't even remember who Rolly is by then. Oh, you gonna remember who Rolly was. You gonna say, Rolly got rolled over by Javante the Tank. The Tank rode over the Rolly. The Rolly had ice, and now the ice has been broken. And who will he sign with? Who will he find? Who will he sign with? Well, Javante Davis signed with Matchroom. Will Javante Davis signed with dawg? Will Javante sign with Top Rank? No. I bet you, I guarantee you for sure. I bet you 20 push-ups. He is not signed with Top Rank. But I'm telling you, hey, look, I'm taking my skills and I'm paying my bills with the money I'm getting from the Zone. I go to the Zone. The Zone, listen, the Zone, they got that bread. They throwing that money out here. They was the first ones that gave up that big contract. That biggest contract that was ever given came from the Zone. The Zone. The Zone gave that man Canelo Alvarez. I think the first contract they gave him was an 8-fight deal for like $350 million. Let me rewind that. They gave Canelo Alvarez an 8-fight deal for $350 million. I'm signing with the Zone. I am signing with the Zone. And just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm signing with the Zone. I'm signing. Oh, man. My money will never be gone. And Javante Tank Davis is strong. If you think I'm lying, ask Rolly on my wrist. Rolly on my wrist. And it seemed like with that left hand, he couldn't miss. And he said he didn't even throw it hard. He said Rolly just ran into it. Now, is Rolly stupid for running into the left hand, or did he just get caught? You know, because Rolly do, you know, the way he was talking, he act like a, you know, his conversation was of a 2-year-old. You know, he was saying stuff that didn't make no sense. I know he was trying to sell a fight, you know, but he was like, he got that big head, he got that big head. So what, he got a big head? What that got to do with anything? You know, you supposed to be talking about the fight, you know, what you was gonna do to him. You know what I mean? Now he got a big head and he's stupid and, you know, it's not, what that got to do with anything, you know? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, my little dog, he running around his house. You see Nutty Professor? I think Nutty Professor 2, or was it Nutty Professor 3, when the little kid was running around on the table? That's him all day. Little man running around this boy. Yeah. But yeah, like I say, if I was Tank, if I was Javante, you know, I would sign with the Zone. I'm quite sure that as long as he go in there with, you know, crossing his T's and dotting his I's, man, he can make some money. You know, I would, you know what? I would still do business with Al Heyman, because Al Heyman is smart. And I tell Al Heyman, you know what I mean? I want you to be my advisor, but I'm gonna get some Al Heyman money and some DAZN money. Matter of fact, I do something that's probably never been done before. I signed with 2 companies. I was signed with Showtime and DAZN. That's right. I get both networks to promote me. I get 200 million. Matter of fact, give me 250 million from both of them. And what I do is one fight I'm fighting with Showtime. You know, and second fight I'm signing with DAZN. I'm fighting with DAZN. Or the first fight I'm fighting with DAZN. Second fight I'm fighting with Showtime. And then I will let them promote, you know, my workouts. Like when I'm getting ready for a fight, we do 24/7 on Showtime. You know, we do all access on DAZN. You know, and I would do piggyback. You know what I mean? I'm over here, I'm over there. You know. I will have both. Matter of fact, I have both of them live streaming my fight. You can buy the fight off both networks, you know, and when they gonna split the money. Yeah, so I think that listen, he'll kill a bank with that one. Matter of fact, sure, he might can say, man, you know what? 300 million a piece, 350 a million a piece. I would try to get as close to $1 billion as I can and sign with two networks. You feel me? Two networks. Shoot, I might sign with three networks. Matter of fact, forget it. I'm trying to get that $1 billion. I got Mayweather behind me. I'm letting him know I work with Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still in contract with Mayweather. He can still say, I'm with Mayweather Promotions. Even if the contract is up in June, he can say, I'm with Mayweather Promotions. And can show him the contract and use their name, just like Mayweather used this name to get all the money and all the endorsements and stuff that he got behind closed doors. I would use his name and say, yeah, I'm with Mayweather Promotions. Because that's what Al Heyman was doing. Al Heyman had a hedge fund that gave him $400 million because he had Mayweather. Let me rewind that. It was a hedge fund that gave Floyd Mayweather $400 million to promote boxing. At one point in time, boxing was on Showtime. It was on NBC. It was on Fox. It was on ESPN. It was on regular TV. Man, hey, listen, it was on every network. They were talking about some, man, boxing is dead, man. K9, I watched the real UFC. Like, bro, you've been watching TV? Boxing is on every week. Matter of fact, 2 or 3 times a week because they were showing fights. I think it was Thursday night fights. They were showing fights on Saturday, and they was even showing her. They was even showing fights on Sunday sometimes. So yeah, I mean, man, they get that man all that money. Then word on the streets is that he had blew that money. So the money, because he was giving people, man, people was making money. Boy, that was, man, guys was making some money. He was giving out basketball contracts. And all of a sudden, that money kind of ran out. So people started saying Al Heyman was broke. But the man graduated from Harvard. The man ain't broke. He's still spending other people's money. It's just that, he had to start managing his money because he ain't had a cash cow with him no more. Because Floyd Mayweather had retired. So with Floyd retiring, what I mean, he couldn't draw. He couldn't make the moves he was making. He couldn't take somebody that was Money Mayweather. Watch your head, her hurt. He couldn't take somebody to Showtime to tell him, hey, we got, he could do that with Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis hadn't had the name at that time. He wasn't even to be found at the time. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, if it wasn't for Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, Gerald McCullough, Julian Jackson, the list goes on and on. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis, the Klitschko brothers, Cornelius K9 Bundrich, Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya. Her. If it wasn't for those guys, hey, we would not have no Gervonta Tank Davis, or we would have a Gervonta Tank Davis, but the money wouldn't be there, The money is there now, you feel me? Because, cats like Floyd Mayweather paid their dues, and they broke the bank. But networks are not gonna be too quick to put that money out there no more. So if you don't know how to talk, and the thing about it is like Gervonta Davis don't do a lot of barking. So it's gonna be hard for him himself to generate that money. Who's gonna be generating the money is gonna be the people that's talking for him. Like Al Heyman, you know what I mean? Or like Mayweather. Mayweather talk that talk for himself. He talking that talk for Tank Davis so he can get the money. He ain't talking that talk for Tank Davis so he can get the money. He doing it for himself. Tank gonna still get some of the money, but he talking that talk because for the fact that he can get the money he can get, and he can make Mayweather's promotion look good. You feel me? I was listening to Ellaby give an interview, and in the interview that Ellaby was giving, he kept on saying, yes, Gervonta Davis is good, but Mayweather Promotions are putting on the best fights. And I'm like, huh? And Mayweather Promotions, and we, huh? But then one part he did make sense on is he was like, well, they say you only building one champion. If that one champion is Floyd Mayweather, I'm okay with that. Said if the one champion is Gervonta Davis, I'm okay with that. You know, but yeah, Gervonta Davis is good, but he ain't Floyd right now. You know, he ain't Floyd Mayweather right now. You know, so it's one thing. He can fight, but he still has to be built, and he still has to fight the big fights. He still has to beat the big names, even if the big names are past their prime, like Mayweather did. If he gonna beat the big names past their prime, he gonna have to sell fights. And I don't know how good he is at selling the fights. Because like I say, he don't do a lot of talking. And at the same time, I don't know if his English is real good. I think he might be. He's a mixture. He has a mix. He's not just straight black. He's mixed, I believe. So he might know how to speak Spanish and English. So that might one might take from another. But if he was very fluid and he was just straight, a straight black guy, that grew up, speaking one way and not just Spanish, he probably would talk that talk. But he don't talk that talk. And that's the only thing that I can see in his arsenal that can hurt him from growing. I'm talking about from growing super big, super bad. I don't know. Well, maybe he do. Maybe he signed another contract with Mayweather because Mayweather can continue to help his brand. But if he can talk, he don't need Mayweather. But Mayweather can talk. When Mayweather talk, people gonna listen because he ain't never lost. He called himself TBE, and how can you actually, really argue with that? I can argue with it. You know what I mean? But it's an argument because he can say, well, how many fights have I lost? And we can say, one fight. But it's on paper. No, but one fight. That fight was against Castilla. I don't care what you say. You can say he didn't lose that fight all you want to. In my eyes, and a lot of people's eyes, Floyd lost that fight. You can say what you want to say. I think he lost the fight. I don't know, what I mean? But in a rematch, he proved no doubt that, hey, I'm the better man. So even though I feel like he lost the fight, I feel like, he was the better man because he showed, I hear you, Rashad. I hear you. Jamel Charlo, he lost the fight to me against Brian Castano the first time. But in the second fight, he proved that he was the better man. But he won the second fight in spectacular fashion to really prove who the better man was, It didn't go a decision. He won by a knockout, when he beat Tony Harrison, hey, a lot of people think that, even me, myself, and I, thought that he won the first fight. But, hey, I'm happy for Tony Harrison. He became a world champ. But in the second fight, Tony fought the first fight. Well, the second fight, I felt like he should have fought the first fight. But, he came back and he stopped Tony. So, and rematches, Floyd, a different monster. And rematches, Jamel Charlo, a different monster. And both rematches he had in the fight with Tony and the fight in Castano, and we were screaming, "Stop it!" He stopped his opponents. So he's dangerous in rematches. Charlo is. So if you get him the first time, he might get you if y'all fight again. So you gotta prepare like never before the second time. But yeah. So who y'all think Gervonta Davis is gonna sign with next? Do y'all think he gonna stick and stay with Floyd Mayweather? Or do y'all think he gonna go across the border and go sign with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom? Like I say, I would even sign with, a promoter. I would just sign with a network, and get an advisor. I would sign with Al Heyman and maybe either the Zone or Showtime. Because if he signed with Al Heyman, if Showtime is willing to give him that the Zone money, that basketball contract, you stay with Showtime, but you already got the fan base, on Showtime. You need to get that fan base from overseas, I don't think overseas they really up on him or support him or got his back as much as America do. If he goes side with what's up, Lincoln? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I was signed with the Zone, because they got that United Kingdom money. They got that overseas money, and they got the people overseas. And that's a fan base you want to have. Them guys overseas like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. They selling out arenas. Let me rewind that. They are selling out arenas. So yeah, I'm rolling over there. I'm rolling with the Zone. They'll put you in the zone. You can get that BREAD for shizzle, my nizzle. Yeah, so yeah, he said he gonna fight at 135. He said he ain't going back down to 130. So if he say he fighting at 135, and I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Wherever he fighting at, as long as he comfortable, he can make the weight good, and he can provide us the best fights. I know Ryan Garcia is supposed to be fighting Fortuna. He's supposed to be fighting him next. The word on the streets. I don't know exactly when they're supposed to fight, but that's word on the streets. So they about to fight next, and everybody is fighting Fortuna. You know what I mean? They're using him as a skateboard to the next opponent or next fight. Lincoln Financial Hurt said nobody's selling out arenas like Mayweather Promotions. Best option is Floyd. Oh yeah. Somebody is selling out arenas. And yeah, trust me. You better go. You better go ask somebody, boy. Anthony Joshua, him and Usyk selling out arenas. Tyson Fury selling out arenas. Shoot, Errol Spence is selling out an arena. But overseas they selling out arenas. They definitely selling out arenas. Look at that fight that Tyson Fury just had with I can't remember what my man is that he knocked out with the uppercut. They just saw an arena overseas. Yeah, Fortuna is definitely a gatekeeper. He's definitely a gatekeeper. Floyd ain't coming back, to no boxing ring unless he fight Conor McGregor. He'd come back and fight another pro fight against Conor McGregor. Other than that, he gonna stay. He gonna continue to do exhibitions. And why not? If the money is there, why not? Yeah, so like I say, Tank is riding on cloud nine right now. Yeah, so yeah, and boy, he need to ride that wave. I think the banks are closed, so I don't know if he can get his money right away. I don't know if they wired it right away. You know what I mean? But I know I wouldn't mind seeing. Let me tell you, who I wouldn't mind seeing taking the ring with. If at 140, if he could still make 140, I wouldn't mind seeing taking the ring with Adrian Bronner. They boys, they homies, but get that money. You know what I mean? Adrian Bronner, he needs a big fight. You know what I mean? He still got a big name. He definitely can sell a fight. Why not fight Adrian Bronner next? Get AB, opportunity to get that bread. Yeah, when he beat, there you go, White. He beat White. And White is black, but he beat White. Yeah, absolutely, with the uppercut. Uppercut. Yeah, so yeah, why not fight Adrian Bronner? Javante Davis versus Adrian Bronner. I know Adrian Bronner got a fight coming up, but man, you know what I mean? They can still be boys. That don't mean nothing. Fight, get paid, it's business. Look what Errol Spence said. Errol Spence said that he'll fight Jamel Charlo. And him and Jamel Charlo, they homeboys. They got the same trainer, but he said for the right money, stop it! I'm getting in the ring with him. So yeah, that'd definitely be a good one. Tank versus AB. Because AB gonna talk that talk, He gonna sell a fight, you know what I mean? And that'd be a good one, I think Tank could get up for that fight. What up, General? The General! What's happening, champ? Better late than fired, or better late than never. Spitting fire, Mr. Ill Will. Yeah, so that'd be a good one, Oh man, I could be the matchmaker, I match the fights. AB brought him to Mayweather. I know he brought him to Mayweather, but so what? It's business. And right now, Tank is hot, so AB needs to be calling out Javante Davis. You know, forget that friendship stuff. It's business. I gotta feed my family. Hey, Adrian Brunner is cool with Floyd, but he was calling Floyd out. You know what I mean? So hey, when they come to when you in the way of me feeding my family, forget that. If you we in the same game, you feel me? Yeah. So I mean, think about it. You talking about some AB don't throw no punches, Gino? How many punches did Javante Davis throw? All it take is one. He ain't throw a lot of punches. Think about it. Rolly threw way more punches than him. Think about it. So all it take is one. You ain't got to throw a lot of punches. When you're in there with somebody who ain't throwing a lot of punches either. It's business. It's nothing personal. It's all business. So you got to make business decisions. You feel me? Yeah. The business decisions. Hey, look, Naamne. Come here, champ. But then again, Floyd passed him to Ron. Stop it. Yeah. General, I hear you, boy. You know, you got me not being able to catch on to what you was just saying, champ. Can you give me a little water, champ? One more time, champ. Fill it up, all right? Thanks, big fella. Yeah, so yeah, but like I say, if I was Adrian Brunner, I would call out Javante Davis, you know? At the end of the day, he ended up signing with Floyd. That was supposed to be that was your man's in him, but he signed with Floyd. So I want to fight Javante Davis, you know? I think I can whoop that trick, you know? And you got to say all what you got to say, you know? Because at the end of the day, he your homeboy, but, you know, you ain't making no money off of him. So thanks, champ. So he ain't your homeboy like that. That ain't your man's in him like that for real, because if he was your man's, you be getting paid, you feel me? You ain't getting paid, that ain't your man's, you know? So at the end of the day, you gotta feed your family. So you would fight your friend, potentially killing him in the ring for bread. Listen, it's business. I'm gonna knock his head off for the bread. If he a fighter, I'm a fighter, he gonna get it. I don't care who, he could be my cousin. I'm gonna knock his, if he in my way, he in my way. You know, you can get killed in the ring now. So, you know, hey, people killing each other outside the ring and they family members for free. So why not get paid to destroy somebody that, you know, in your family? But, you know, hey, may the best man win. I used to spar with my cousin all the time. I used to try to knock his head off. And it was for free. So you don't think I'm gonna try to knock his head off for money? It ain't nothing personal. It's business. You know? You not being in the business, you don't understand that. So you will hurt your family member? You for the money? Yeah. If you're a boxer, we boxing. But outside the ring, no. But for the sport, you know, we fighters. Floyd wants more. You know, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, that's a little different. Charlo versus Charlo, that's different, you know. They might not get in the ring with each other, but I'm quite sure they sparred each other plenty of times and tried to hurt each other. Don't get me wrong, it's a little different when you sparring, because when you sparring, you know, you got on 16-ounce gloves. So it's a lot different. And so, but and then you got hairgear on. When you take that hairgear off and then you put on 10-ounce gloves, somebody can seriously get hurt. You know what I mean? It's a whole different ball game, you know? But, you know, hey, if you that mad at each other, I mean, I think you have to be really mad at your brother to want to fight him. You know what I mean? So it's different. Oh yeah, I hear you, Chase. We done been me and Lil K9 done been to Chicago plenty of times. We used to fight. We actually fought in we fought in the Power Gloves. Y'all had a tournament there called the Power Gloves. And we did our thing. Exactly. When you pass away, that money ain't going with you for sure. Yeah, fighters are called killers, you know. Like I would say, I'm a killer, bro, you know. We ain't talking about literally killing, you know, so let's not get off the subject, you know what I mean? Let's keep it 100 and know what we're talking about. Yeah, but yeah, hashtag Dogs are us. It's like I'm not a real dog. You might hear me bark, arr, 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 and I might be like, I might tell you I'm a dog, but that don't mean I'm literally a dog. So you got to read in between the lines. Let's go, champ. Gervonta Davis versus everybody. Hey, Gervonta Davis versus Errol Spence. He too little. Errol Spence is moving up now. If Errol Spence don't get in the ring with Terrence Crawford in September, he's moving up in weight. He probably end up fighting at junior middleweight. I think he'll fight at junior middleweight. Who he fight? We probably see him fight. Oh, he already beat, what's my man name? Garcia. He already beat Garcia. So at junior middleweight, I don't know. I don't think he'll get in the ring with Sebastian Fedora. He won't get in the ring with him. But I can see Errol Spence in the ring with, I don't know. You know, it's a lot of possibilities. We got to see. We got to wait. We got to be patient. And let's just see what happens. Something going to happen ASAP for shizzle. Hey, Jared Boots Enos is good. You know, he's too good for his own good right now, so that's why he ain't going to get the big fights. He get the big fights probably a year from now. He ain't getting the big fights, not this year. He might fight some guys, you know, not named Terrence Crawford. And he'll fight some guys not named Errol Spence. You know, he might get a Keith Thurman fight. And I even doubt if he get that kind of fight, you know. But, yeah, he going to have to wait for at least another year. He going to have to wait till them boys move up or vacate the belt. Yep. Because they not giving, he too good for his own good. I know about being too good for my own good. That's how come I couldn't get the Mayweather fights and all that kind of stuff. He didn't re-sign with him. That's what he did. Cass is built different. Man, General, tell them, man, they on here ain't hitting the like button. And y'all got to be hitting the like button. Y'all tapping in. Hit the like button. I'm surprised I didn't say that when I first got on here. Hit the like button, y'all. And subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe, hit the notifications. Holler at your boy. Yeah, so yeah, we gonna, hey, I don't know how soon it's gonna be, but it's gonna happen. You know, we gonna find out what Tank gonna do. But right now they trying to keep it on the hush hush. But that should be a sign for all y'all. They don't want the left hand to know what the right hand is saying. For y'all to not know, you know, that Gervonta Davis is not about to re-sign with Floyd Mayweather, y'all crazy. If Floyd was about to sign Gervonta Davis, or Gervonta Davis was about to sign back with Floyd, don't you think Gervonta Davis or Floyd would have been at the fight? Why wasn't Floyd at the fight? I mean, come on, man. A blind man can see why he wasn't there. He wasn't there because the contract between him and Floyd is up. So what he said, man, he's still with Mayweather and them. He's still with him because the contract ain't up yet. The contract probably be up in June, end of June. It might be up in July or early August, later August at the least, I believe. So he was still with Mayweather and them because the contract ain't up. Can't y'all read between the lines? Talk to me. Thank you. That's why he wasn't there. But you know, they're not gonna tell y'all, they don't want y'all to know, you know, everything that's going on with them. So, you know, of course they're gonna say, you know, man, Mayweather had family issues or family problems or family, you know, he had to take care of something. Man, watch out. Who you think you talking to? You know, what you talking about, Willis? You remember Different Stroke? You talking about Willis? Come on, man. Come on, somebody. Y'all gotta act like y'all smarter than that. Come on, man. It's more to boxing than punches, right? It's a game. They talking about it ain't a game. Tell me you ain't never played Mike Tyson Punch Out. Boxing is a game, bro. We ain't gonna keep on. We ain't gonna keep on saying it ain't no game. It is a game. It's a game. You can play it, you know, but you can't play boxing when you in the ring, laughing. You know, thinking it's a game when you in there with somebody that can fight. You know. So it just depends. You know, it's a whole it's a sweet science. So it's like chess. It ain't checkers for sure. That's right. It ain't checkers at all. Yeah, but if y'all think that he's still up on the well, like I say, he's still up on the contract probably because the contract ain't up to like end of June. I mean, before September or before his next fight, the contract will be up. You know what I mean? But he might have signed, like I said, he might have signed his contract, certain amount of fights, so it's up at a certain time. Yep. Wiggity, 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 whack. Wiggity, 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 split. What up, dog? You going, my dog? Gino! Where you going, champ? Where you going? Sticker. What's up, man? K9. I don't know, man. You gotta keep God first. That's what you need to do. Bless up, champ. Oh man, let me show y'all some other stuff that I'm drinking right here. It's some good stuff right here. It's called, and no, I'm not being sponsored by them, but just kind of letting y'all see some good stuff. Yeah, it's a little small container. I think it costs like $65. Some good stuff. Oh, it has all kinds of stuff in it, B6. It has vitamin B12 in it. They got the L-tyrosine. Oh yeah, it's that deal. It's that deal. Yeah, I'm going with I got Gervonta Davis versus anybody at 135. Anybody can get it. African, Mexicans, Dominicans, Republicans, Democrats, whoever. That boy ready for whoever, and he gonna make smart decisions. I've been like the kid. I always thought the kid was a good fighter, No, if Mayweather had him tight. Listen, Chase, listen to me, talk, listen to me, say something. If Mayweather had him, Mayweather have been at the fight like this. He'd have been right there, like, yeah. Go look when he first got in the ring. Look at the president, Ellaby, how when he first came in the ring, he gave him a little bump, but he really didn't give him no five. Like, what I mean? If he was with him, he would have gave Ellaby a five. Like, what up? It wasn't nothing nice in that exchange between them two. So yeah, I mean, y'all gotta read between the lines, man. Seeing is believing, and not seeing is believing too. And you didn't see Mayweather there. Now, come on, man. Mayweather promoting Rolly, and he promoting Gervonta Davis. So why wouldn't he be there? He could, okay, if he ain't promoting Gervonta, why wouldn't he be there for Rolly? Because Rolly is not the bigger star. If Rolly was the bigger star and the contract wasn't up with Rolly, I bet you would have been there. But the contract is up with Gervonta Davis and he's a bigger star. That's why he wasn't there. Come on, somebody. If I don't know nothing, I know boxing. German for life. Champ Talk, the K9 boxing. What y'all know about these right here? Nice little snack right here. Oh yeah. That boy, hey, listen, that boy Gervonta. Listen, I was like a little nervous for him though. I ain't gonna lie to you, When he first came out in round one, clearly Rolly won that first round. Tank was moving. Tank was running. Like to me, he was running. Not like he was just moving. Like he was running. He had his running shoes on. He was in there like in round two, like he started sprinting. Like hey. But he was just trying to make sure he didn't get hit with that one hitter quitter. One thing for sure, that Rolly on the wrist gap, Rolly got power. So he was making sure he stayed out of harm's way. But he started settling down. And I think round 4 and 5. And, you know, I saw him in the ring, kind of played a little bit, looked outside the ring and started laughing. At that time, I thought, hey, that's the time that Rolly could have caught him when he stopped and looked out the ring. Rolly should have been on him. But I guess that was a sign of, oh, yeah, I got him. Oh, yeah, he done slowed down. I done figured him out. The speed ain't there no more. And no, he open for something. I'm going to catch him. Man, round 6 came, overhand left, caught him. Took his head out the center and threw that left hand. And Rolly just ran right into it. It kind of reminds you of when Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. It was the same shot. It was the same shot. And yeah, I definitely need to put some of these videos up, man, because yeah, that right there was just definitely the same shot, you know. And I need to show y'all how he threw it, you know. Yes, man, these right here. Eating like Javante. That boy getting paid. That boy about to kill a bank, you hear me? Man, what a Memorial Day. What time is it right now? I ain't got the rollie on my wrist because Rolly got knocked out, so no rollie on the day. So what time is it? What time is it Eastern time? Somebody tell me. Anybody know? Oh, it's 11:54? Is that Eastern time? Oh. Oh, Sweet Peaches, you on here. Okay, I see you. I see you, champ. Sorry I didn't put a thumbnail up this time. I couldn't wait. I had to jump on this boy ASAP. You already know what it is. Good to see you, champ. Good to see you. Good to be seen, man. Rest in peace to my homeboy Jermaine. You know, and we in these last days, you gotta take care of yourself, boy. I don't eat all this chocolate. I definitely need to go get in the steam room, you know. I went and took me a long walk though, so my legs feel strong. I had one of my favorite signs up. Y'all see the sign I got? I be having up in the air. It says, Jesus loves you, hit your horn. And y'all better know God is good, y'all. Anytime you wake up in the morning, and you still here, and God is good. Yeah, so despite everything, y'all make sure y'all keep him first. You know, money ain't nothing without God. You know, nothing's good without God. I don't care how much success you got, if you ain't got God, don't mean nothing. Everybody in some way or another, they acknowledge God. You him. At the end of the day, you know, when they first of all, I like to thank who they say, God. You know what I mean? God's name is mentioned more than anybody's. Anybody, you know? Who name mentions the most? You know? A rapper, a boxer, you know, the devil, who? God name mentioned more than anybody's name, you know? That's how he's so powerful. Just think about it. We ain't never saw him, but you still hear him. Or you hear about him, or you know, you pray to him. That's power. Yes, sir, it's power. Yep. Man, so yeah, we got another one this weekend. So we going back to back to back to back to back. I wish I knew in what order that they actually happened in. Tell me, y'all, do y'all know if the Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder this year, was that this year that he fought him? What's up, little K9? Got my little 2-year-old right here. Tyson Fury fight Deontay Wilder this year. Was that this year or was that last year? Because so many fights are happening so fast. If so, let's say he did fight this year because y'all ain't answering me fast enough. So let's say, look, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. That was 1 week. Next week, who do we have? We had I ain't gonna say it in the right order because I can't tell you in the right order. I don't have the information in front of me. But Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Amanda Serrano Katie Taylor, Jamel Charlo, Brian Castano, Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol, Spence, Ugas, Manny Pacquiao, Ugas. Hold on. It's heating up. Javante Davis, Romero Rolando, Rolly on the wrist. And hold on. Then now next, Cambosis and Haney. I mean, it just don't stop. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Arr. Let's go, champ. We ain't gonna stop. Pitbull. Yep, Pitbull and who? Pitbull and Gamboa. I don't know if it was this year, but Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter. And we still got Canelo and Triple G in September. And we might have Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. So, I mean, come on, man. We got a gang of them coming up. A gang of fights. A gang. We got Ryan Garcia and Fortuna. Boy, this is so good. Listen, we got a gang of them coming up. And listen, we still got we might have Shields. There we go, Shields and Savannah Marshall. If she don't back out, she act like she's scared. She ain't showing up to press conferences or none of that. We got Ugas and Anthony Joshua. I mean, come on, man. Now, who knows? We still might have Javante Davis. He might get back in the ring before the end of the year. That's one thing that I don't like about Al Heyman fighters. Like it seems like they don't fight enough. It just don't seem like they fight enough. But we definitely need to get them in the ring ASAP. Hey, we need to get them in the ring ASAP. Yeah, because I don't care. If you're making millions, it ain't just about yourself. It's about the fans too. It's about your family, your fans, you. You know what I mean? And then I would just forget all that trying to be the greatest or be TBE. Hey, get your bread and get up out the game. Stack your money. Fight. I ain't trying to be the greatest. Forget it. If y'all say I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. But I care less. Look, it takes too much to be the greatest. You got to get your head beat in. You got to be in fights where they were some of the greatest fights ever. And when you're in the greatest fight ever, 9 times out of 10, you got hit and they got hit. And you beat him up and he beat you up. I want to be considered, I want to be in fights where I was dominant, I don't want to be in a fight with Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns. Yeah, man, listen, that's 20 punches to the head. I ain't trying to have brain damage. I ain't trying to slur at the end of my career, none of that, That's why I'm real close to, putting my belts, putting my gloves on the wall like on a contender. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at K9 Boxing. Definitely holler at your boy. Follow me on Instagram on K9 Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all on this boy, y'all ain't even hitting the like button. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop it. Stop playing with me, man. Yeah, but that was impressive, though. I mean, and like Javante Davis said, he didn't even throw the punch hard. Can y'all close that door in there, please? Yeah, hey, man, listen. Hey, I tell you, what's my man name? Canelo Alvarez. I was real surprised that they actually gave the fight to the right person when he fought against Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol clearly won the fight, but I was nervous because Floyd Mayweather won the fight against Canelo Alvarez, but one of the judges had Canelo winning. So one thing, about that red-haired Mexican, they love him. It was just a punch he didn't see. It was a fast counter that he ran into. You run into something, it's gonna hurt. That's like a collision. Boom, it's gonna hurt. If I turn around and don't see that wall, poof, it's gonna hurt. I don't see it. So not only are you running into something, you run into something you don't see, so you can't react to it. I can't react to this right here. I can't react to it. I don't know what's coming. But if I see it's coming, I can kind of like, I can brace from it. I can roll from it, you know? But when you don't see it, it's like, I got to keep bringing it up. Scarface, he was, I told you, man. Right from the back, never saw it coming. You can't, exactly, you can't brace from it. You can't brace from it. You can't, that's like, if I know you about to hit me in my stomach, I can tighten my stomach up to make it tight so I can be able to take it. But if I don't know you about to hit my stomach, it's gonna hurt because I ain't tightening it up. I'm taking it right directly in the stomach. Well, you know, I'm not putting the muscles together to tighten up to be able to, you know, handle the impact. So yeah, it's just telling y'all, you know, what I know, you know what I mean, which is real, what's real and what ain't. You feel me? So I hope, like I say, man, I hope, like never before, that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. You know, they gonna make some money. You know what I mean? Why wait? You know, to make that money. Why? Because if Errol beat Terrence or Terrence beat Errol, what up, Sub Zero? Man, listen, that fight right there gonna make whoever win that fight, you know, a legend. You know, a legend. You know, and they're not gonna make that kind of money fighting nobody else. You know, they can make that kind. Well, they can make some good money fighting Canelo, but I don't think they're gonna make the kind of money they're gonna fighting each other. I think if Errol fought Canelo, if Errol beat Terrence Crawford and fought Canelo, he can make more money. If Terrence beat Errol and fought Canelo, he can make more money. I don't think Terrence can ever fight Canelo. I don't think he can. He got the frame to be able to move up, you know, that big and weight to be able to fight, you know, somebody as big as Canelo. But Errol Spence, he has the frame. He's a big dude, you know. He has the frame, the body frame. You know, he has, you know, he has the power, I think, to be able to move up. Now, is he gonna be stronger than Canelo? I don't know. I think he'll have to work his way up there. I think he'll have to go from 147 to 54. He could probably skip 154. Remember, he has the name. So he can go up there and do like Canelo did. Canelo, when he moved up in weight, and fought bigger guys, but he fought bigger guys that was not on his level. You know, he beat guys that was champions, but they were like weaker versions of champions. You know, they were the weaker or the weakest champions in the weight classes that they were in. So if he does move up, you know, I think, you know, yeah, I think that you know, he should move up and fight, you know, cats that's on the way out with nice little names. You know what I mean? Like when Canelo fought Kovalev. Kovalev was, you know, probably just not coming out of rehab. You know, he had a drinking problem, and and he might have been desperate for the money. You know, and he went and fought Canelo. Canelo drained him. You know what I mean? Told him, "I'll fight you, but you got to come all the way down here. You know, come all the way down here. It's this alley right here. You know, matter of fact, in this alley, you can't. You know, we got food in this alley right here where I'm at, and I'm gonna be eating me and my family, but you can't have none. You got to sit here and just watch us eat, and you know, you got to starve for 4-5 days in a row. Then, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take you. You know what I'm saying? You know, in a sauna. You're gonna sit in a sauna. You know what I mean? You can't eat, can't drink no water, and then you know we gonna fight." So he just basically starved him, or he made it where the man couldn't really eat, couldn't rehydrate himself, and when they fought, the man had no strength. And hey, it ain't. Hey, I don't care. You can say what you want to say. Well, man, you know, I didn't eat for a certain amount of days, and I was weak, and that's your fault. You know, you ain't complaining about the money you spending or the money you got. So you know, that's on you. So you know, it is what it is. And yeah, my man, boy, my man, Kovalev got took out. And just think about it. Let you know how drained he was and how weak he was and how he probably just fought for the money. His very next fight, he just recently fought at cruiserweight. And he fought Canelo at what, middleweight? Or, you know, or give a pound, take a pound. You could say it's super middleweight, but it was really like middleweight, 164. His very next fight, or the fight that he just recently fought at, he fought at 190 something, so 30 something pounds of weight, pressure, or strength he did not have in a fight against Canelo Alvarez. And you see what happened, you know. Canelo Alvarez, I think he drained Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We all know he got a weed problem, kind of like Mike Tyson, and he didn't. I don't know if he took the fight serious, but he might have got drained too. Was desperate for the fight, and he got whooped. Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! I'm screaming, stop it! So but the things people do for money, I was in a position at one particular time where my rent needed to be paid, and I was not a homeowner at the time, so I had to take a fight on a short notice. I had to lose 36 pounds in 3 weeks. Let me rewind that. I had to lose 36 pounds in 3 weeks, and it cost me. I lost the fight. I got stopped, and when the referee stopped it, I was actually happy. You know what I mean? Because I was weak. I had no strength at all, and it showed. And I wasn't gonna quit though. Being a man. And I'm from Detroit, okay now. And reputation. But man, I took too many punches in that fight. Took too many. You know what I mean? Wish the fight would have been stopped a little earlier than when it was. But just let you know how much harder I got. And my resilience. You know what I mean? And how much of a dog. I am or was. That I was able to go that many rounds on on a low fuel, no gas. You know what I mean? God is good. Yeah, Terrence Crawford. Yeah, Terrence Crawford. I think that was his little daughter. She got so many athletic genes and so much power and resilience and will to win in her that she lost her shoe in a race, and she went back and got her shoe and still won the race, and they be showing that to this day. It just recently happened. So yeah, it's in the bloodline. One thing about us athletes, we push out strong babies. It's in the genes. The lineage is strong. And I know Javante Davis I think he got 2 little daughters. So they're gonna be strong. You know what I mean? Hopefully, hey, they be raised right. They do what's right. You know what I mean? Like he gonna be a good dad. You know what I mean? And the kids are the future, man, and they need their parents. They need both their parents. Yeah, y'all make good decisions. You know what I mean? Whatever decision you do, you don't do it because of money. I remember not having an education, wanting to be with, my wife, but not knowing how I'm gonna take care of her, not having an education, knowing I definitely don't want to be working at no McDonald's. This before I became world champion. I started to go to the Army, just for the fact that just because I knew I would be taken care of, I would be able to take care of my family. But thank God, He blessed me with a career, and I became a world champion. I got a household name from the Contender, and I didn't have to go to the Army just for the money. You know what I mean? I care less about trying to fight for this country. This country ain't did nothing for me. You know what I mean? Country ain't doing nothing for nobody. It's always a catch. Always a catch. You think they giving you money for free? It's always gonna be you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a backlash for that. So y'all definitely gotta know. You gotta be a fighter. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter. You a fighter. We all fighters to a certain extent. So yeah, but y'all definitely put some respect on Javante Davis' name because he the talk of the town right now. And everybody wants to know where he going next. Is he gonna sign with Mayweather Promotions? Is he gonna sign with Al Heyman? Is he gonna sign with DAZN? What are he gonna do next? You know what I mean? Everybody wanna know. Everybody wants to know. As soon as they find out, they guessing now, thinking he's still with Mayweather. They don't know. Everybody wanna be right, you know what I mean? But We gonna find out sooner than later. You know where he going and what he gonna do. But I hope that whatever he do, Big Eight. You know what I mean? I was signed with K9 Boxing Global Promotions. I had my own promotions. But yeah, whatever Javante Davis do, you know what I mean? I hope that he fights the best fighters in his weight class because his weight division is the best division in boxing. But, you know, I'm talking about skill-wise, talent-wise, his division is the best division in boxing. But the best division in boxing that's actually fighting each other is the junior middleweight division. You know, everybody fought everybody. How you think we ended up with uh, a belt holder of all the belts? For the first time in the full belt era, Jamel Charlo is undisputed world champ for the first time in a full belt era. We got Jamel Charlo got all the belts. You know what I mean? And that's because the best fight the best. So junior middleweight division is the best division of boxing on the strength of that everybody fight everybody. Nobody ducks nobody. They get in the ring and they make it happen. Now, skill, I mean, talent, name wise, it's 135, 130, 135. The money will always be for sure, it don't matter. You number one, number one or the champion, it's the heavyweight division. But 135, 130, man, the best need to get in the ring with each other ASAP. Because we need to see the best fight the best. Stop waiting. Because if you do that, you mess around and end up like Teofimo Lopez, Nobody really heard of Kambosos. He wasn't talking to town at the time before he fought Kambosos, but I don't even think he took Kambosos serious because Kambosos was just supposed to have been just an opponent. But guess what? He lost. And now Teofimo Lopez is, stardom, is not the way it was, And man, listen, Devin Haney was so happy. Devin Haney wanted him to lose. That's why Kambosos called him a snitch. Go look at the interview or the press conference, and he was calling him, said, "You a rat," because he wanted him to beat, Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez was a threat. Devin Haney wasn't trying to get in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. Javante Davis wasn't trying to get in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez was like a throwback fighter. He was out there fighting the best fighters out there to be fought. You know what I mean? And that's why Devin Haney wanted, somebody to knock him off. So when he was about to get in the ring with Kambosos, he was trying his best to tell him what to do, or how he could beat him. And so once he beat him, he was the first one there. Like, I'll fight you. You know what I mean? I will come to your country and fight you. And on top of that, if I beat you, I'll give you a rematch in your country again. So, and I don't know. I think that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow. You definitely, the Devin Haney gonna have to deal with some adversity, something he has never dealt with before. His daddy ain't gonna be there. Like I said, I think he has the will to win. He's probably number 2 in the will to win in boxing right now as active professional boxers. I think the most will to win as a professional boxer, if he's still boxing and we're not saying he retired, is Tyson Fury. But I think second is Devin Haney. Devin Haney, he doesn't have the experience, of majority of the fighters in his weight class. But his will to win, it makes up for that. He's gonna give you everything he got. He trains as hard, if not harder, than every last one of them, And, he's going to be in his shape, or probably in better shape than all of them. That's what's going to give him a chance to win, his will to win, But would he get it? Would he win? Who knows? You know what I mean? I hope he win. You know what I mean? I'm pulling for him. But I'm telling you, he's going to be in a hostile situation. He's going to be, fighting against Kambosos and probably 50,000 fans screaming for, Kambosos. Hey, quit doing that over here. Quit doing that. So, yeah, he's going to be fighting against, like I say, the fighter and the fans. And if you're not used to that, then, it's a hard pill to swallow. When I fought against Colin McNeil in United Kingdom, I was prepared for that. And I was not in the best shape, you know what I mean, in that fight, but, hey, I was a dog, you know what I mean? I'm a dog. Mike, what up, Mike? Mike! Like Mike, I want to be like Mike. That's why I started boxing. I want to be like Mike, you hear me? Yeah, but, yeah, so I'm pulling for Devin Haney. I think it's gonna be hard though. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard fight, to win. But I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for him. I take my hat off to him that he'll go over there to fight Cambosos in his country, and that he believes he can beat him. He's so convinced he can beat him that he signed a contract to fight him because he ain't had no choice but to fight him twice. He said, if I beat you, I will fight you again in your country. So, Cambosos put a lot of stipulations in the contract. If you beat me, you got to fight me again in my country, or else, guess what? I'm not fighting you. Yeah, so yeah, y'all tapping in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I mean, because, we definitely should have more likes than what we have right now. Definitely. Thank you, Mike. Let's go, champ. Let them know, champ. Tell them about them. Tell them about themselves. Tell them. Yeah, they gonna catch on, though. They gonna catch on. And Sweet Peaches, he took less money. He wanted to fight so bad and feel like he can beat him so bad, he took less money. I remember fighting Joey Hernandez. Do you know that Oscar De La Hoya and them was mad at me? They was mad because I wouldn't re-sign with them. It was a fight against, appreciate you, my brother, Mr. Ill Will. They was mad because I wouldn't re-sign with them, Oscar De La Hoya and them. They was mad because Joey Hernandez wouldn't sign with him. We were scheduled to fight as the main event on TV. But since neither one of us would sign with him, man, they bid it for the fight. I think it was a record low in a title eliminator fight. I think it was a record low $5,000. Let me rewind that. It was a record low $5,000. But, people was laughing. Oh, K9 only getting $5,000 for a title eliminator. Yaka, 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 yaka. Oh. But guess what? I was looking at the big picture. Guess what? Because once I win this fight, my next fight is going to be no less than $100,000. And I'm going to get a chance, and I'm going to be a world champion. So once I beat him, the next fight was 100 stacks or more, and I won a world title. So the next fight after that was going to be probably 600 or more. Stacks. So at the end of the day, I got the last laugh. You feel me? And even though, I ended up losing the fight to Jamal Charlo, I still ended up with the last laugh. Because, I broke the bank once again. You feel me? And I still got all my faculties and all that. Oh, K9, I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you, K9. Oh, man. Oh, come on back home, K9. Come on, go back home. In my Don King voice. Yeah, so, you got to make smart decisions, And thank God that's what I did, especially, in the later end of my career. Early on, I had to learn, And God was, taking me step by step. So once I started learning, though, guess what? I became a businessman, And that's what, Gervonta Davis has to become, a businessman, a good businessman. He has to start selling his fights a lot better, You can't, now that you might not have that machine of a name behind you, the one that called itself TBE, Gervonta Davis is going to have to sell the fights. If he's not going to be the one talking, to sell a fight like Rolly did, he going to have to fight somebody that's going to sell a fight like Rolly did, You can't go fight, in a fight and not be doing no talking, no barking, you know what I mean? Because not having Mayweather that's doing the barking for him, it won't sell, I mean, the good thing is that he did use Mayweather's name, for the years that he was up under him. So he do have the fans that's up under him that know him now. And with him having such a big name, he gonna end up with somebody, giving him that bread, and he's gonna be on networks. So you still got, social media. You still got probably the best fighters that's in the weight class in the in boxing division is Ryan Garcia and them that got a gang of people that's following them that's gonna be calling them out and wanting to fight him. So he's in a good situation. Yeah. So it depends, real angelist. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Or how long I'm gonna be live. It just depends. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. I lost the fight to Charlo. Hey, but ain't no shame in losing a fight to nobody. Good thing he's still winning, so it ain't like I lost to a bum. But going into that fight, I had bruised ribs, and man, I made bad decision by continue to go on with the fight. You don't fight against a fighter that can fight real good, and you got bruised ribs. You got to go out there and be at your best. You got to be at 100%. If you ain't at 100%, you're gonna be in trouble if you're in there with somebody that's good. And don't be past your prime or don't be 41 years old. That against somebody that's in their 20s. Or it's not gonna be good for you. You're not gonna win. But hey, you win some, you lose some. I hope he continues to do good. Cause I could be like, yeah, 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 yeah. I fought Muhammad Ali, just think about the guys that fought Mike Tyson, even if they didn't win, that's a good reputation. They be like, man, that's Smokey Robinson. Smokey, yeah, and he fought Mike Tyson. He did. And they ain't gonna get most likely they gonna know he lost, but they gonna be like, he fought Mike Tyson? Like, yeah, that's right there, yeah, yeah, that's LeBron James. Who was LeBron? He fought Muhammad Ali. He fought Muhammad Ali. Yeah. Oh man. So, you root for those that surpassed you or that got in the ring with you that did good. Even the ones that didn't do good against me, I root for them. I don't, at the end of the day, it's a sport, and I don't know nobody right now that I had hate for that I got in the ring with. It's just that they had something, that I was trying to get, or they was in the ring with me, and my goal was to defeat them. It's like their goal was to defeat me. I never actually hated anybody I got in the ring with. Now I might have disliked a person I got in the ring with, but afterwards, I was good. I was good afterwards. You feel me? So but that's why we fight the fights, man. You know what I mean? And if I can give anybody some advice, that's trying to be a boxer or that's a boxer, is to make smart decisions. And in boxing, it's about your decision making. If you make dumb decisions, you're gonna end up with dumb outcomes. If you make smart decisions, you're gonna end up with smart outcomes. And I made a few dumb decisions, and it cost me. But I believe my good outweighed my bad. I believe I made way more good decisions than I did bad decisions, and that's the reason why, you know, I can talk clear. You know what I mean? That's the reason why, the house I'm staying in right now I own. That's the reason why, I'm married. You know what I mean? I got kids, and I'm still with my wife and my kids. I'm prayed up. I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So I'm in a good place. You feel me? In a good place. Literally, what I mean, and spiritually. So, we got to definitely invest in, what I mean, our spirit and in our physical being. We just got to make smart decisions. And, speaking of smart decisions, Gervonta Davis has to make a smart decision. If he don't make the right decision, it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him. And yes, I do believe that Pitbull Cruz beat Gervonta Davis. And that was not a smart decision. I remember at one point in time, Mayweather was mad at Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis would move to Las Vegas, And I remember he threw Vasily Lomachenko name out there. At the time, Lomachenko was hot, 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 hot. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna put my fighter, who wasn't ready at the time for sure. He was a baby in the game, Gervonta, in there with Vasily Lomachenko. And he was mad because Tank was being his own man. Like, bro, I'm a grown man. I'm gonna stay where I want to stay. I ain't moving to Vegas. I don't need you to babysit me. I'm a grown man. So I think that's one of the reasons, though, for sure, is that he's gonna leave Mayweather because he wants to be his own man. You know, shoot, hey, and that's just real talk. I got a son. You know what I mean? And he don't want, he want me to knock on the door before I go in this room. He don't want me just to open the door without knocking, because he a young man. But we got to make smart decisions, and I really definitely hope that Gervonta Davis, for the sake of himself, his family, and boxing, that he makes the right decision, because up under the Mayweather umbrella, man, we ain't gonna get the big, 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 big fights until it's enough money for Mayweather to make 100 million and Gervonta Davis to make 20 million. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Mayweather up under his promotion is gonna allow Gervonta to make as much money as him. You know what I mean? And even though he ain't the one getting in the ring, I think that the fights that he's taking right now, he's just had all the fights he had. I think Mayweather made more money than him. And a promoter, you know what I mean, especially when you got a name, when you fighting on pay-per-view, should not make more money than you. They should make money, but they should make more money than you, because you the one getting in the ring. They ain't getting in the ring. Well, they get in the ring as a promoter, but they're not fighting in the ring. I'm talking about they're not getting in the ring fighting. So why are they making more money than you? Don King did that for a long time, but now fighters done woke up. Every time you look up now, you see it's promoted by K9 Boxing Promotions, and I'm in the ring fighting too. God bless you, champ. It's promoted by the Truth Promotions. Errol Spence and them. So I like that, man. I like how the boxing game has revolved, and fighters are taking more control of their career. And one day, UFC fighters are going to be in the same place. It's just that they so far behind. You know what I mean? But one day, they going to catch on. It's just everything takes time. And you might be right about that. And maybe he might cross over and fight a UFC fighter. Whatever he can do to help his brand, he need to do it. Floyd made, a gang of money. And that fight against him and Conor McGregor, that was the second highest pay-per-view of all time. They brought a different audience to the game or to the fight. And Conor McGregor, he broke the bank. No fighter will ever fight their very first time and make $100 million. Let me rewind that. No fighter in the history of boxing will ever fight their very first fight and make $100 million. Clarissa Shields, she a two-time gold medalist. And even if she was a man, being a two-time gold medalist, her very first fight, she wouldn't have made $100 million. But you got to give Floyd credit to his brilliancy, or his knowledge, or the people he promoted by. You got to give them credit where credit is due. That they made smart decisions. They fought smarter, instead of harder. They made good business decisions. There you go, Steve. It's called boxing, not promoting. There you go, champ. You already knew I was on here, huh? My dog, Steve, in the building. Vinny, what up, Vinny? Told us I'm taking a standing 8 count. Every real champion gets knocked down. There you go. It's all about getting back up. It's all about resilience, You're going to have to take one. I don't care who you is. Everybody, especially if you're going to be great. If you're going to call yourself TBE, or you're going to call yourself the greatest, you're going to go through something. You're going to have to show that you can take it and make it. I took it and shook it, you hear me? It's called adversity. You got to go through adversity, I see greatness in you, Got to be great on purpose. I would love to fight Mayweather in an exhibition. You'll be screaming, "Stop it! Stop it!" Absolutely. I would manhandle that young man. I would maul him like a pit bull. The dog is coming. For sure. Yeah. Ooh-wee. We up on this boy. We in this boy, you hear me? We up in this boy. A bark, a bite, the overhand right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. Oh yeah, I would definitely give Mayweather that work. Mayweather wouldn't even fight me in no exhibition. Trust me, he wouldn't. Nah, he wouldn't want that work. Yeah. Anthony Joshua, yeah, I like Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua is good for the sport of boxing. First of all, he got a country behind him, you know. Hey, I ain't, you know, so I definitely like the fact, you know, he's a black man. You know, I'm a black man. What else? Shoot. Hey, he believe in himself, you know. And I don't never hear him swearing. You know what I mean? I don't see him getting in trouble. He seemed to be a role model, and we definitely need more role models in the sports, period. You feel me? I don't like seeing athletes, you know what I mean, like, you know, superstars drunk, you know what I mean, in public, or it gets on social media, and you got my son or your son or your son's son or your cousin's son, and, you know, looking up to this guy who, you know, does a video or does a commercial, and he's a man with a wig on or a dress on, you know. I don't, you know. Stop it! Yep. So yeah, it is what it is, champ. Real talk, man. You know, hashtag Jesus for life. You already know what it is. A bark, a bite, overhand left. Gervonta Davis, not the overhand right. So yeah, we gonna find out, man. And like I say, hopefully in the next couple of days, you know, more sooner than later, who Gervonta Davis is gonna sign with. Like I say, I think he's gonna, you know, re-sign with PBC. Yes, indeed, Mr. Ill Will. I think that he gonna make sign with Showtime, and you know, they gonna do what's best for him, you know, and that's a good thing, you know. It ain't a bad thing, champ. K9. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. Yes, indeed. What's up, champ? And remember, we all champs. You hear me? Anybody that support boxing, you a champ. You a champ. Step in that ring, you a champ. Yeah. Hey, I would love for Tank to sign with me. Automatically, I would be in the game on a whole other level, you know? Yeah. But we promoting Tank right now, you know? He doing good right now. Oh, probably. Hey, stop that noise. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Go. Go. Get out of here. Bye. Yeah. Oh yeah, we on to it, Mr. Ill Will. Yeah, we own it for sure. Yeah, you gotta let your little kids know who the boss is. If you don't, man, you know the Bible says that you gotta whoop them with a rod. That's what's wrong with these cats, you know. Okay, yeah, you might have to send that to me on Instagram. DM me about that, Mr. Ill Will. DM me on Instagram at K9 Boxing, kind of, so I can understand what it is. You feel me? You know, because I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to tap in, you know, before the end of the night. I definitely got to get up tomorrow, you know what I mean, and train a few individuals. Yeah. K9 Boxing. Make sure y'all hit the like button, though, for sure. And we'll tap in tomorrow for the dog pound, you know, at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I'll be going live again tomorrow, man. You know, tomorrow evening. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night. Y'all stay out the way. I appreciate y'all for showing support to me and SB and the rest of Team K9, the Bundrages. Yeah, y'all have a good one, man. Stay out the way. Make sure y'all say y'all prayers tonight. Don't tonight seem like a Sunday? It don't seem like no Monday. It definitely seems like a Sunday. All right, appreciate you, Sweet Peaches, and everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. A bark, a bite, the overhand right. One love, General. Yep, and good night. See y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. All right, Sweet Peaches and all y'all. Thank y'all, man. Hit the like button. Share this channel with your friends and them. General. Holla at y'all.